So I hope you're all doing well, though. I'm going to turn this music down now slightly, and I'm going to jump on into chat with Team Creative Condiments and see how they do. See how they're doing, and hopefully walk in at a really inopportune moment. And hello, my wonderful group of people.
Hi.
I have no idea what exactly you were just talking about, but we came into raucous laughter, and that's terrifying.
I was just saying that I'd lost my character sheet, and Ku was just saying that it's time for me to re-roll as Mauron.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, 100%. I'm down with this. How is everyone doing today? We have the whole team this week.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yay!
For 1 week only.
Yeah, and then Cody departs. Go on then, let's go through the roster and see how we're all doing. How are you, Ku?
I'm good. I'm eating a Cobb salad, so yeah, that's my life.
Cobb salad's good. Cobb salad is good. Yeah, no, Vamtrock, I'm not doing fake dwarf today because we've got Blaine here tonight. Hello, Blaine.
The other fake dwarf.
Yeah.
Dwarf one.
The original fake dwarf of this
I'm not
party.
sure you are a fake dwarf. I think you're a real dwarf
Whoa,
just
now.
with a fake Scottish accent.
Just a giant dwarf.
Giant dwarf.
Oh,
6 foot 2 dwarf.
He is. Yeah, I was going to say he's 6'4". He's a pretty tall dwarf. But yeah, how are you doing, dude?
I'm good.
Yay!
Been going over some Slayer stuff today with Nympha. I'm pretty hyped.
Oh,
She's really.
Pretty hyped.
Apparently, you made her laugh out loud and giggle, and that's
So
not
hyped.
a good thing.
that's always a terrifying thing.
It is.
My new character's good.
Mm.
Same character, things happened.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you fucking yeah, of course you did. You fucking did a Sin Eater with Morgana, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh my god. But it's good to have you back, dude. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
You popping in? He popped in last night and renewed his subscription as well. So I was like, "Hello, I see you.
Aww.
Are you coming back?" And I was like, "Are you coming back tomorrow?" And then there was silence. I was like, "Oh no."
Heroes of the
I'm
Wild.
out.
And it was just gone. I was like, "Oh no, not again." How are you, Phil? How are you doing today? And now Phil's gone quiet.
Who?
How are you doing today, Phil?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh god, can people not hear me?
Yeah? Why?
Because Phil's not answering anything I say.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think it's only Phil who can't hear you.
No, I can hear him, but I missed the name. He's never repeated it, and we're all just sat
Yeah, I
around
didn't-
going,
I didn't
"Who's
hear
it?"
a name.
You said Phil twice.
Oh yeah, I said Phil twice.
Well, I didn't hear
I was
it.
like,
No one cares anymore. Move on.
how are you doing today, Phil?
Oh, no.
Phil is important. How are you doing?
He's becoming Harlequin.
Oh
But I'm
god.
all good. I've also been discussing Slayers with people today. You're not special, Blaine. Except
Wow.
you are, and it worries me.
Except I am. Yeah.
That's yeah, concerns. So many concerns. I mean, I did my special thing early on, so it's fine. Moving on. How are you, Cody?
I'm good. I'll be better on Thursday. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
He hasn't got time for this shit.
yeah, yeah. Cody is literally kind of with us tonight, and then I think tomorrow she's heading to Canada.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
abandoning
much.
us.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. I'm going on a Murray Eid hunt.
Oh no,
What?
no.
No, leave them alone. So rude. So rude. They didn't do anything to you. They just want to raise their families.
And how are
We'll
you,
just
Ree?
have to see how well they're playing hide and seek.
I'm good.
Yay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen you in hours. Days even.
Where's Canada?
Canada.
Canadian.
Canada.
Yeah.
The land.
Fucking ratty.
That fictional place everybody flees to in post-apocalyptic things from America.
It's also that. Oh yeah,
That's fucking better.
I've totally got a real girlfriend. She's just in Canada, Canada. She's in Canada.
Yeah.
So
Fuck my life.
yes, let's not fuck your life. That was a wrong time to say that. Yeah, quick recap of last week. Essentially, the party began to move. The entire caravan has started heading north. I'm on the wrong thing, aren't I? I'm on the wrong damn thing. The party has all started heading north.
Wait,
and,
what?
What?
There appears to be a dragon on the back of one of these.
Oh yeah,
Gargoyle.
that's always been there. It's a gargoyle. It's okay.
Is it? Alright.
Clarify this.
It's all right.
Why have we not smashed it down yet? Why have I not smashed it down yet?
Oh, to be fair, pretty much my
Someone
entire
here.
You're suspiciously quiet and reticent last
Oh,
time.
right.
we spoke.
literally my entire roleplay of Kaliban last time was he was given an entire cask of ale and he just kept going.
Yeah, we needed a water barrel, so we bought a barrel of ale.
You had the most important task.
Emptying the barrel of
We,
ale.
we needed that ale barrel empty, so Caliban just sat there and just kept going. But yeah, so the party started heading north. They've begun to meet a few of the other members of this caravan, and some of which seem pretty friendly but were dicks. Some of which seem like dicks but seem to be friendly. It's a difficult one to judge so soon.
Some of which were spoken to, haven't the person talking to them forgot where they got their name from and thought it was standard that we had everybody's name.
Oh yeah, that was fun. So yeah, there's one of the people in the caravan is now a bit suspicious of you all because you suddenly knew who everybody in the caravan was straight away. That was fun. And yeah, I mean we kind of ended last week with you guys rescuing a noble and selling him a horse, and him traveling on his way, giving you a bunch of gold before he departed. So that was cool. You rescued him from some hobgoblins on wargs. That was yeah, interesting. And we kind of ended with you guys going...
You'll be interested to know, Caliban, you didn't lift a fucking finger.
Of course, I believe in you guys.
To be fair, by the time you guys were fighting, he had been drinking for like hours and hours. I don't think he would be standing at that point. It's just like you're doing your duty. You were emptying the ale cask. That was the important thing. That barrel needed to be empty. So yeah, I mean, we're starting kind of now. We're kind of beginning day 5. Oh no, we're ending day 5. You've stayed at Fieldhaven Inn for the evening. You've all been given a room. You've been bought a room for you. And yeah, when we continue, you're waking up in an inn for a nice change. So you're not sleeping on the ground. But when you come outside, you will be coming back out to your caravan and continuing north. So yeah. Where are you guys in this inn? It's a kind of very standard, kind of side of the road inn. It's definitely like a way stop on a longer journey. Where would you be? Who's downstairs? Who would have woken up the earliest? How would we begin this?
Well, I had a long ass day scrubbing horses, so it won't be me.
Yes, you decided to take it upon yourself to look after another caravan's entire fleet.
Mm-hmm.
You also potentially got some. You've got your own little spy network of horses, however.
Yeah, I do have a spy network of horses. Don't laugh.
It's just amazing. I know good horses.
I know a man who knows a horse who knows another horse. Who knows a man who can get us what we want. What?
Makes total sense.
Well, I will probably head out early to have a look over our caravan to make sure no one has tampered with it. Night previous.
And
Where
I
is that?
The caravan tampering with it. No, I'm joking.
Where is our illustrious employer?
As you kind of leave the inn and walk over towards the caravan, you can hear snoring coming from the back of it.
Oh, I have sat in there. That upsets me. Yeah, I will basically while he's there, I will do all of the mundane things of getting the horses ready, getting all the tack set up.
Yep, that's not a problem.
And yeah, I'm not going to wake him. I'll just basically get ready to go.
Okay, yeah, you do that without much of a problem, and everything's pretty much set out all right for you. You just kind of give the horses some feed bags and kind of prepare the caravan itself. Why is Lily's name spelt 2 different ways on screen? That's a good point.
What the heck?
What?
Does Lily have 1 L or 2 in it, Ree?
L2?
Does it have one L or two L's in it?
Lily only has the one L.
Okay, so your character,
character's
you need to
name.
right-click on it and change the character thing. That's my fault because I spelt it that way, and then she spelt it differently on her thing. But that's my fault because I didn't realise she only had one L. But yes.
There you go.
So yeah, you get the horses ready. The horses are fed. They seem to have been watered plenty, but you give them a bit of feed before you head off. Kaliban, where are you at the moment? Because yesterday you drank an entire barrel of ale.
I'll be in bed.
Yeah.
Sleeping, probably. Hungover. Depends. Can I smell breakfast? Yeah, I can smell breakfast. I'm probably downstairs eating breakfast.
100%. So kind of if anyone else is coming down the stairs, you will see Kaliban is. I mean, obviously, Kaliban is slightly hungover, but dwarves have pretty strong constitutions. So the fact that a dwarf is slightly hungover tells you everything about how much he drank. So, as you guys kind of head down the stairs, you'll see Kaliban basically wolfing down sausages and bacon. Please feel free to roleplay and interact with each other. Corin, Mia, Lily,
Wow.
anybody?
Silence.
Literally anyone in this party.
I got up last. Sorry.
I need to refresh, sorry. I think everyone's cutting out. I couldn't hear half of that.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is a shame that I have already fucked off outside, because apparently I'm the only one who wishes to speak.
Corin, you
I
come
was getting up
downstairs.
last.
Corin, you come downstairs and you can see Kaliban eating sausages. Please react appropriately.
Forced roleplay.
Damn, that's sexy.
Oh man.
I'll probably just grab a plate of food, sit down silently beside him, and begin eating. Corin's not a morning person, so yeah. Fun.
Also very fair.
How are you feeling after yesterday, Kaliban?
Pretty shite, but I'll get through it.
Honest, I'm surprised you're alive after that whole barrel. It was almost as big as you.
I reckon I could have done 3 easy.
Well, at least you got it done. I suppose that's what matters.
Sure. What did I miss?
We killed a bunch of hobgoblins while you were passed out drunk.
Alright.
His old horse.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I guess he doesn't need it.
That's what we figured. We made a good deal of money from it.
Hi up.
Well then.
Ah, good morning, Lily.
Is it empty yet then?
Wait.
She means the barrel.
Oh, the barrel. Aye. It's gone. It was delicious.
Wow. Took your time, didn't you, love?
I took exactly the required amount of time. Thank you very much.
Wow, I didn't mean to offend you, mate.
There's no offence. Just a dwarf drinks at the speed which he chooses to drink.
Right. I suppose we need to get some water in it then.
Sure.
Where's everyone else?
Maybe I ate them in my drunken stupor.
Yes, I haven't seen
munchies
either of the other two.
At 4 o'clock in the morning or something.
You what?
Aye.
Well, that's odd. So, you ain't seen Mia or Harlequin?
They might just not be down the stairs yet.
I want to go back up and have a look.
By all means.
I go back up the stairs to figure out if they're still up there.
I wonder if Mia is back and can hear us yet.
Hello?
Hello,
Is anyone
Mia.
there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
Screaming
Sorry,
into the void.
Can anybody hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you.
Excellent.
So yes,
Right, okay.
you come upstairs just in time to see Mia exiting her bedroom.
Yes. Morning, Lily.
Hiya. Where's Quinn?
I haven't seen him. I presumed he was downstairs.
Nah.
Well, I haven't seen him up here.
Odd.
I'm sure he'll be around somewhere.
Well, if you want breakfast, I'd get down there quick. Because Caliban's eating all the sausages, and I know you guys like your little meat sticks, so...
Wow. That's going to be quoted. I don't even need to do it myself. Someone's going to quote that. I know you guys like your little meat sticks. God damn.
Well then, I suppose we'd best get down there before he eats all the food.
Okay.
Aye, did you cook anything veggie? I run back down the stairs and I say at Caliban, who is eating sausages,
What? Did I do what?
veggies!
No, just meat.
Ugh. Well, I guess I better go find some food then. I wish to go looking for food.
Is this outside, or
Probably
are you going to...
starting in the caravan.
Okay.
Probably starting with the caravan if there's anything vegetable related.
I mean, if you're... Okay, so you exit
Or
this...
grain.
You exit this wonderful inn and make your way outside.
Oh, I thought we were
And-
still in the caravans. I didn't realise you stopped in the inn.
How did
sorry,
you go upstairs?
I just thought there was like an upstairs
What,
part
you
of the
went
caravan.
upstairs in the caravan?
It
Double
happened.
decker caravan, amazing.
No, just like, you know, when you get like a high up bed that's built up.
Yeah, that's exactly what this caravan screams of.
Ugh.
You're
Where
in...
the fuck did an inn come from? There's no inn on the map.
No.
Shh,
Oh,
It was mentioned by the DM sometime.
the end of last session and the beginning of this session, yeah. You stopped in
Oh,
an
it was
inn
cut
for
off
the
me, I'm
evening.
sorry. Oh, an inn was never something I remembered.
You're in an inn.
Fine,
You went
alright.
upstairs to get me out of her bedroom.
Okay, well then if I'm going to find food, then I guess I'm going to find an innkeep and ask for something veggie.
Okay. As you approach the bar, there is a rather gruff-looking bronze-scaled dragonborn standing behind it. One eye milky white, the other one staring intently at you with a red pupil. Aye, what can I do for you?
Got any oats? Porridge?
I mean, I can whip them up. There's not a problem. Yeah.
Sweet. I'd love some.
Right. Sweet.
How much?
1 silver.
Hello?
1
much?
silver.
Alright, I hand him over whatever silver he said he wanted because I didn't actually hear the word.
Okay, he takes all of your silver. I'm joking. He takes 1 silver piece from you, and
Thank you. Sorry, you are cutting up something awful.
am I cutting up for everyone, or is it just for Ree?
Just for E.
Okay.
Well, I
I'll-
haven't noticed you cutting up.
It's a little patchy for me.
I'll try and change whatever. I will disconnect and try and reconnect somewhere else.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, I would, for the foreseeable future, hand him a silver and eat my porridge.
Yeah, no worries. So essentially, Lily hands over her silver. The guy kind of leans over to a bit of a hatch, pushes it open, sticks his snout through. Oi! Porridge! Oh, good day, I'll do it! I'll do the damn porridge, alright, go away! He closes it again, just shakes his head. Can't fucking stand these people. And pretty sharpish, a thing of porridge appears at this little hatch. He takes it and puts it on the table in front of you. Lily happily starts eating it, eyeing Caliban's meal quite auspiciously.
Hooray! I love being the judgy vegan.
Okay, Harlequin, you have managed it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, yeah, okay, you managed it.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, you three are sitting around eating breakfast. Harlequin is currently outside. Mia, what are you up to?
I will be eating whatever food I can get away from Caliban. before he shovels it in his mouth. With a nice large mug of coffee, if that's a thing.
Oh yeah,
That is
they
a
can,
thing,
they
right?
can absolutely serve you coffee.
Coffee is always a thing.
Yes!
Yep, they serve you coffee, no issues. It's not the best of coffee you've ever tasted. It's a bit burnt, bit gross, but you know, it's enough. It's what you need. You've been without coffee for a few days now.
It's caffeine, I don't care.
Absolutely. You've been on the road for, this is the dawn of the 6th day now we're going into. And yeah, you've been without it for all that time. So the perk of caffeine hits you and it's very helpful. Kaliban is munching away quite happily. Mia. Bleh. Oh, okay, that's fine. Lily is finishing off her porridge, and Corin is. You've noticed that Corin is usually quite bouncy, quite energetic. At the moment, Corin just seems to be eating and not saying anything. He hasn't said a word to anybody, apart from the little bit he spoke to Kaliban.
Yeah, so you guys alright? Like, has anybody seen Quinn?
Nope. Just seen
Howard?
everybody here.
You alright? You sound kinda grumpy.
I am fantastic. As soon as I finish my food and get a little bit of liquid in me, I'll be golden.
Ah, yeah. Alright. Well, what's the plan then? We just go back to the caravan and get going? When are we supposed to be leaving again this morning?
Probably. I can't really remember. I've drunk a lot and slept, so it's all gone.
I'm sure we'll be back on the road again soon, though.
Oh, it speaks.
I do occasionally. Perhaps we should go out when we're done with breakfast and get everything ready to go.
Aye, get a nice bit of fresh air.
That's a surprisingly helpful suggestion from you, mate.
Of course, I'll be very helpful and play some music for you all.
Ah, or you could be helpful and help tie up the horses.
How am I supposed to reach the top of horses?
Well, we can always put you on the back of one.
I turn away from
That music in the background, by the way, is him starting to play and just walking away from you all.
Hey!
Oh, well.
All right then.
I might have had a few bits of music prepared for Corin this week.
It's nice to know he ain't changed, eh? Mia, what you up to? Are you going to come help me load some horses up onto a carriage?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you a hand. Might be able to find Quinn outside as well.
Well, I guess I'll see you guys later when you've finished. Well, by you guys, I mean you, Kaliban, since you're on your own.
Aye.
You enjoy your sausages?
Thanks. I do like a good sausage.
Hey. I then head off to go find the horses and attach them to our caravan in preparation for the long-ass journey.
Okay, as you
follow Lily.
As you walk outside, you can see that Harlequin seems to be moving around the horses attached to your caravan quite a bit. They all seem to have feed bags on their faces and seem to be well looked after at the moment.
Ah, good morning, ladies.
Oh, we were just wondering where you'd got to. Seems you've done our job for us.
When you say your job, it is surely the job of the caravan, no? And it was either in the inn or out here. I don't know where else you thought I would have gone. Perhaps for a walk?
She puts her hand on her hip and raises one of her eyebrows a little bit confusedly.
Well, I do not understand what the problem is. We need to leave this morning. I woke up. I thought I would get gone.
Chill, Quinn. There ain't no issue. It was
Okay.
more just the job that needed doing. We were
And
just planning to do it at breakfast. That was all. And I was complimenting you on getting it done before we had.
Well, thank you. Our illustrious leader is asleep inside the caravan. I do not wish to wake him. He snores loudly.
I see.
There are a few other caravans, as you see. People are up and about. I wonder, is there one specifically that you have an interest in?
Why'd you ask?
Because you went and spoke to a gentleman who told you to join this caravan, and you, as of yet, have not told me your missions. So I imagine at some point, unless it is simply for a jaunt and for the fact that we like this man and his furs, which I know clearly we do not, there is another reason why I travel.
I look at Mia.
I look back at Lily.
I continue looking at Mia.
Well, let's just say for now that we are traveling with a caravan for shits and giggles. No, bon. In which case, our horses are set up, our caravan is ready, and I imagine we are going to be heading out shortly. Where are the others?
Well, Caliban is currently stuffing his face with some sort of dead creature, and Corin wandered off playing music and being himself, so they could be anywhere by now.
Well, when you say anywhere, they are both still inside the inn.
No, Corin left the inn.
Yeah, Corin has kind of headed out. He didn't come anywhere near your caravan. He kind of walked off to the side slightly and began playing. In fact, Corin, roll me a performance check, please.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, smashed it.
What's that bullshit? Plus 11.
Plus 11.
Unfortunately, you needed a 30, so.
Yeah, it was 11. DC 30 performance check required this morning.
I hit a 30. I expect a dragon to bow to me or some shit.
You make 112 pieces of silver as people are getting their horses ready, and the whole caravan is making preparations. And as they walk past you,
400 roll.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, it's up to 400, so I'll just do this. I'd love to see a D400. It'd be terrifying. But yeah, it's just a ball. But yeah, you make 112 pieces of silver. Do your calculations for gold if you wish to at some point, but that's what you make.
Ooh, thank you.
Well, I guess we know where he is then.
Yes, he is over there being loud, but apparently people like it.
Well, he's getting paid.
Maybe it might be a good idea to do a bit of, information hunting. Maybe he should know why he's here.
I am here because I'm apparently going to get paid at some point, but at the moment the caravan is ready. And I will knock on the back to see if the cranny is conscious.
I shrug at Mia. And...
What? Hello?
Good morning, sir. I am surprised you have not stayed in the inn. Was it simply to save a few coins?
The door opens and he's like rubbing his eyes as he kind of bundles down off a pile of furs. Wait, what? Oh, piss! There was an inn here. Oh.
See, I ain't the only one who didn't know.
You slept in the inn, Lily. At least you made your way to a bed. Yes, apparently there is, sir. I imagine at least they're still serving breakfast if you wish. I have got the wagon ready for this morning.
Oh, yeah, breakfast is a great idea. I'm just gonna... Right, we're getting ready to heave off now! Oh.
Is that from the front?
Yep. Oh, you're fucking kidding me,
Lol.
He says, just like, moaning. Oh...
I imagine...
Oh, I guess rations is again then. He kind of just moping, kind of walks around the carriage and kind of gets set up. Oh, wow. You've done a great job with the horses. Thank you.
No problem, sir. If you bear with me 2 seconds, I will go get our computer. I'll head back in. How much food is still on Caliban's plate?
Kaliban, how you doing with food?
I mean, it depends how much they were served, right?
That is fair. You basically, as they kind of brought over sausages, you kept going, more, More. And you've ended up with something akin to 15 sausages and 20 rashers of bacon.
Decent.
Oh,
As long as you've still got,
that right now.
have you still got some on your plate?
Yeah, I've probably got at least half of that left.
We appear to be off our Master Dwarf. If you do not mind, and I will grab. There's no such thing as a napkin. If there's a slice of... Oh, who am I reverbing off?
That's me. Apologies.
There we go.
If you do not mind, Master Dwarf, I'm going to grab a bit of bread and grab a couple of the sausages.
That's 24 gold.
Fine. You can take it out of the pay that I have yet to receive.
Excellent.
Marvelous.
I'll be sure to deduct it from your pay.
Which we have yet to ever actually physically discuss. But bon. But yes, just to let you know, we are leaving shortly. The caravans are moving. I do not believe you wish to jog behind. I mean, maybe you do. I do not know.
Sorry, what? I phased out there with my meat sweats. What did you say?
The
Like, conversation outside, yeah.
No. The caravan is about to leave, Master Kaliban.
Oh, right. Well, we best be off then, eh?
Well, yes, hence why I have come to get you.
I'll grab whatever I've got left.
The message will cost you approximately 28 gold pieces.
Excellent.
We can arrange a transfer of funds at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll head back out. When I get back to the caravan, I will hand the bread and the sausages to our patron.
Oh,
I managed to grab you some food, sir.
That's well kind of you. He's genuinely almost tearing up a little bit. He's not used to getting kindness.
Please do not. It is fine. Do not worry yourself. Truly.
Oh, look at you, Quinn. Ain't you a sweetheart?
Indeed, I am all heart.
The carts themselves in front of you are all starting to kind of pull away as the first few pull off. The second head away as well. There's a number of you'll see a few people you recognise. Bade Sekapol is in the caravan directly to the left and slightly ahead of you. You'll see your good friend Losvius Longnose on his own little pony, riding just ahead of your wagon. You'll notice as well, actually...
Master Kaliban, you probably did not meet Mr. Longnose. He is, and I'll point at the halfling. He is
the one with the long nose.
Well, one, he is that, but also he is the nosy little fucker that came over yesterday.
Oh.
That has no real reason to be here, but seems to be interested in everybody else's business.
He seems alright to me.
I'll make sure to tell him everything.
Well, I perhaps upset him yesterday, and Mistress Lily and Mia were a little bit upset. They felt he deserved better than me telling him to fuck off.
Oh. How very charming of you.
Indeed. I am all heart. I am not all polite.
Well, I've got to go and see an horse about another horse, so I'll be back in a minute then.
Well,
the horses and the carriages have all started pulling ahead slightly as Alcrony kind of sets the food down next to him and whips the horses, and you began pulling ahead. Who is deciding to stay with the wagon, and who is deciding to take horses?
I will maintain the shift I don't have a horse position of riding in the back of the wagon.
That is fair.
As people start moving, I'll get on my horse and join the group.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. The whole caravan begins moving off ahead. Lily, which group of horses are you riding over to? Importantly.
I am wishing to go towards the ones I was looking after the other day, just to see how they are, make sure that everything was put on them correctly.
You kind of ride over towards the horses just in front of Bade's carriage, the ale carriage, which is only slightly ahead of you. It's this one up here.
The ale carriage is right next to us. Oh shit!
Yeah, it is.
I know.
He is literally riding just slightly ahead of you. The horses seem a lot better already. They seem in better spirits. You'll notice that, although obviously you took very good care of them yesterday, you will notice that the manes have been brushed since you've done it. And yeah, it does seem like he may have actually listened to some of what you said.
Damn straight. Alright, well, it's not like... Were all the horses stored in the same stable?
Well, these horses were all just stored pretty much on the side of the road.
Okay, so
There were places to tie them up, but they were all outdoors.
Okay, fair. After I've checked their horses, I want to go back to our horses, and I wish to cast my speak with animals and chat to them, see if they've heard anything, or if they know anything about any of the other people, and did what I asked.
Okay, which ones specifically are you talking to? Is it the ones you talked to yesterday? Because there were, last week I did a few different ones.
Okay, well, essentially the way I see it, if all of the horses were tied up along the side of the road all together, then they'd all have had a chance to have a good old chat. So it doesn't matter which horse I speak to, because they'd have all been in the same conversation.
God damn it, just tell me which voice to do. Why are you such a pain?
Okay, alright, let's go for the dumb... No, not the dumb horse. Let's go for this slightly... Let's go for Eeyore. I want to talk to him.
Wasn't Eeyore our horses, wasn't it?
Eeyore is indeed one of your horses. So you kind of...
It's less suspicious for me to talk to my horse.
So you kind of pull back a little bit, and you're riding on a horse just slightly in front, maybe next to your horses, kind of about here-ish.
And to be fair, if I recall, Lily, they were the ones that you specifically asked to keep an eye out.
I asked all of them to keep an eye out.
Yeah, she did. She made sure they were all keeping an eye out. I'm assuming you've cast Speak with Animals again?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, look, it's the nice lady again.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good since yesterday. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, did you hear anything?
There's a few weird people around here, that's definitely true.
Ooh, what kind of weird?
Well, there's that guy in the red and black diamond armor. He's pretty sneaky, but he's also very nice to us.
Red and black diamond armor?
Do you mean black and white diamond armor?
My apologies. I went Harlequin in my brain to black and white diamond armor. He's speaking about Harlequin.
Oh. Well, yes, he's very nice.
I mean, there's your little short friend over there. He's been investigating all of the lovely wagon people. Had a look through some people's belongings. I'm guessing he's just making sure everything's present and accounted for.
Short friend? You mean the one making the racket over there?
No, not
She
him.
points at Corin.
Corin has stopped making the racket as he's now riding a horse. But yes.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I point at Corin anyway.
No,
He's
not
talking. So.
Not that one. The one in front of us.
I look around and see who's in front of us.
Losvius Longnose is in a horse directly in front of you. Is on his pony directly in front of where you're riding right now.
I see, and he's been going through people's backs.
Yeah, he's been very helpful in making sure everyone's got their things.
I'm sure he has. Anyone else?
There is a little pink-skinned lady that's been kind of looking around. She checked out a few of the horses and a few of the different carriages last night.
Pink-skinned? Alright. Which carriage does she live in?
She was up near the one with the gargoyle.
Huh. Intriguing. That is odd. Don't often get pink-skinned people.
She's another little short lady. She's quite scary looking to me, but anyone with sharp teeth like that's pretty scary.
Sharp teeth?
Oh yeah, she's got little sharp jaggy teeth.
That genuinely sounds quite terrifying.
You would also notice that this very much... In fact, make me an intelligence check.
Okie dokie.
Before I give away information.
Oh, for the love of pants, it's gonna be one of those damn freaking evenings again.
This sounds like a race that's pretty common. However, for some reason your brain is not doing it.
All right. Anything else? Any of the other horses tell you anything?
I mean, we didn't do a lot of chatting. We had to sleep, same as you all.
All right. Well, see if you can figure out what any of the other horses have seen. If they've seen anything that looks suspicious or weird.
I can do that, but as we go on, I'm gonna get tired, and we usually talk when we stop for the evening.
Hey, that's fine. I'll chat to you tomorrow morning.
Okay, I look forward to talking to you again. We don't get to talk to people very often.
Aye, as most people ain't like me though.
That's very true.
I pet Eeyore.
He kind of nuzzles your hand a little bit. Seems quite appreciative of it.
And I head back round to the other guys.
Okay.
Hi, up. How's it going?
Pretty good. And you?
I ride up probably quite close to Mia and Quinn, depending on where they are.
Oh,
I'm in the wagon.
Alright.
Concern when your GM rolls a d20 and gets a crit.
Yeah. Never a good thing.
We all dead.
Probably quite close to the wagon then. Or just close to Mia, because that might be easier.
Okay.
So, as a side note, there's being really quiet. Would you like me to roll stealth?
Okay, if you're being really quiet, yes please, roll me a stealth. See how it goes. Okie dokie.
It turns out our little long-nosed friend has been looking in other people's bags to make sure they've got all their stuff.
And how have you managed to come across this information?
Well, people don't tend to hide what they're doing from horses.
That is true.
Just ask them honest.
That really doesn't surprise me.
But apparently there's also a pink lady who belongs on the gargoyle carriage who's been wandering around and looking at all the other carriages. And a short person with jagged teeth who looks kind of scary.
No, those were the same person.
Oh, I didn't realise they were the same person. Apologies. That
Pink-
was my mistranslation.
Pink-skinned short lady with jagged teeth.
I explained this.
From that description, do I know what race that is?
Roll me an intelligence check.
What is my intelligence? Aha. Found it. Ain't that better?
That sounds like a pretty good.
Better than me.
That sounds like a pretty good description of a gnome.
Of a gnome. Okay.
A good
A gnome.
A gnome.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good description of a gnome.
I think you'll find it's pronounced gnome.
My mistake. Short, pink skin with jagged teeth. That could be a gnome.
When she says gnome, do I realise it's a gnome
That sounds like a gnome.
or not?
Yeah, it sounds like a gnome. Yeah, that sounds like a gnome to you.
Aye, of course. Duh. Aye, well, apparently they've been wandering around and looking at all the carriages too. But we should probably try and keep an eye on our stuff and make sure none of it's missing. Yeah?
That sounds reasonable to me. So they have two short snoops around this caravan so far. Lovely.
As you kind of round a corner, there's a bit of a ditch in the road. Most of the caravans make it over absolutely fine, but the carriage to your front and left, the one full of ale, there is a horrible kind of crunching sound, and the horses pull away, and the carriage just like completely removes itself from where the horses are attached to it. Can you all please make me a dexterity saving throw? Apart from Harlequin, you are fine.
Because I am in a wagon, motherfucker.
You are absolutely in a wagon. Everyone else, dexterity saving throw, please.
This is going to be shit.
Hang on, I need to check something because I need to check if this is while I'm raged or not.
For avoid horse trauma. Oh, that's fair.
Oh, is this the advantage on dexterity?
Makes sense. Yeah, it is. No, I don't need to be raged.
No, you don't.
Well, no, they made.
Okay.
God
Cool.
damn it.
So the carriage, the horses separate from the carriage, and the carriage suddenly rolls back towards you slightly as this dip has crunched the wheels. It slides back down towards you. Corin manages to pull hard on the reins of his small horse, pulling it off towards the side, and Lily almost instinctually kind of steers her horse gently around it, not even pulling much of a problem. Kaliban and Mia are both crashed into by this wagon, knocking them off their horses, and there's a horrible crash as it slams into the trunk of a tree, and the guys bade the tavern owner, essentially the person who's selling all of the ale, falls off of the wagon, crashes into the ground, and you are, Kaliban and Mia, are both thrown to the ground from your horses, who are now trapped behind the wagon.
Oh shit.
When you say behind the wagon, do you mean between the wagon and something, or just
between the wagon and a tree, essentially? So you've got like tree, horse, wagon, crash.
Ow.
Hearing the noise, I will get out of the carriage. Oh, this is not good, no? Master Kaliban, how good are you perhaps trying to push this mad? Lady, the tree, is there any way that you can... I do not know what to suggest.
The carriage kind of slightly behind where you were pulls over to the side. There's a shout from some of the caravan owners ahead of you. Some of the people on horses start shouting forward. The caravan eventually rolls to a stop. And yeah.
I will go pick up the tavern merchant.
Can you roll me a medicine check, please? As he seems to not be moving.
Ooh,
oh
dear.
Shit. Not horrific.
No, that's not too bad. Yeah, he's unconscious at the moment. He doesn't seem to be bleeding anywhere, but he's scraped up quite a bit.
I will move him safely to the side of the road. We have downed this man. He's injured. He does not appear to be life-threatening.
And Kaliban and Mia both take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as well as they're thrown from their horses.
Ouch.
How far away? How far away have his horses got?
His horses are kind of like, they moved up almost until they hit the one with the gargoyle on it. But as the other carriages are stopping, people have rushed over and are kind of trying to stop the horses. A few of the people from the caravan next to you are kind of standing around. They've gotten down, but they're looking. They're not really approaching.
Please, some assistance, and it's trying to get the wagon away from the tree enough. Sorry, I got.
What are you trying to do?
Well, Caliban and Mia pinned between the wagon and the tree? Or are their horses pinned?
No, their horses are pinned. Caliban and Mia just fell to the ground.
But yeah, trying to get the horses free.
Oh shit!
Hey,
I thought I was.
Hold on a second then.
Trying to move the wagon away, or well, I cannot move the tree. Whether or not you can, Mistress Lily.
DM, I'd like to turn into a black bear, please.
I mean, okay, yeah. That's fine.
Trying to move this wagon forward so we can make some space.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, make me a strength, an athletics check, Lily, with the strength of the bear.
Strength of the bear. Speed of Puma.
Lily essentially pulls her horse over, kind of talks to it gently, and it stands pretty much stark still. And then, sorry, I'm just banning someone in chat for being a bit of a dick. So, man, Lily pulls over her horse, jumps down, and as she lands, you can see her body kind of stretch and change. Muscles start bursting forward, claws come forward out of her hands, and she drops down on all fours for a moment, and when she stands at her full height again, she is a black bear.
I attempt to lift the tree off the horses.
No,
and potentially the wagon.
Perhaps move the wagon forward rather than lift
the tree's not on them. The tree is standing up. They are pinned between the tree and the wagon.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought the tree had fallen down.
No.
Alright, then I move the wagon.
I'm holding the reins of the horses, so if there is enough of a gap, I will move one and then the other out of the way.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Lily, with that roll, you manage to kind of it takes some strength from you, but you one paw up, the other paw up, brace your whole weight against it, and just shove it forward. It's slightly uphill, but you manage to push it forward and almost brace it against a rock.
And while she's got that, I will move the horses out quickly from the gap.
Yeah, you pull the horses. You pull the horses out. One of them almost immediately collapses. It's making a lot of very loud noise. The other one's limping gently as it limps out.
When you say collapses, do you want another medicine check to see if it's even still breathing?
Yeah, by all means. Could you also make me an animal handling check?
Oh, animal handling. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
No. That's... Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah, no, it would be.
That's cool. So yeah, the horse has fallen over, and you'll notice that it's literally got ribs sticking out of its skin. There is blood dripping down its side. There is blood beginning to bubble out of its mouth as it breathes. It is breathing, but it's breathing laboured, and there is literally
Is there anyone who can heal this? Mr. Caliban? Mr. Caliban?
Hey! We'll need to set the bones first, though, right? I need to push it back in and then heal it, and because you don't want to heal it with the bones sticking out.
That would not be ideal. Would you show me where to push?
Sure, I'll guess where to push. I'm not a vet.
I don't know. You said put the bones back in.
Would you like me to roll an animal handling check?
Yeah, roll me an animal handling check.
As well.
And
nailed it.
Caliban, you're absolutely not sure whatsoever. Just you know.
I missed that, sorry.
You're not quite sure what exactly is different here between them and a human. Just kind of shove them back into place and hope for the best.
Ribcage, no?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, one is simply up and down, and the other one is left and right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As soon as there's no bones outside of a body, I'll then put 5 points into it. I don't know how much a horse has.
I love the fact you did a at the end of that.
You kind of there's horrific noise, and the worst part is, Lily, you're still understanding these animals. This horse is lying there, not making any much in terms of speaking, but horribly gargling. The horse that Harlequin is doing a pretty good job of keeping calm is still kind of agitated, moving, looking down at the other horse that it's been traveling with for some time. Oh my god, no, when this happens, whenever any of us gets hurt, and it's limping as well, we're gonna die, they're gonna kill us, oh my god, they're gonna feed us to their dogs. It's panicking like mad. And Caliban and Harlequin kind of... there is essentially a shoving of ribs back into this horse's body. It lets out a horrific squealing noise. But Caliban almost instantly, where the wound is, a faint, like, tinged green energy flows from his hands into the horse. The horse kind of goes still, goes calm, and the flesh begins knitting itself back together over the bones. Bones seem to reform back together. And actually, with the 5 points of healing hands you've put into it, the horse is almost entirely healed. It struggles to get up a little bit, but once it does, it seems to be fine.
I will then put 2 points on the leg if it allows me to on the other horse that's limping.
As you approach the horse's leg, it immediately...
Yes, because in order to make horses feel better, having bears growl at them is always the way forward.
I was murring.
Okay, so not growling, just... I love bear noises.
Yeah, pretty much. That's bear noise.
But the other horse, as you approach it, Caliban, the other horse starts, like, getting really, really agitated. Harlequin, you're holding onto its reins, right?
Trying to.
Yeah, make me an athletics check, please, to hold on to it.
A what, sorry?
An athletics check, please.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. It's starting to kick, it's starting to buck, it's trying to get away, but you keep hold of it.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, did you say animal handling or strength check?
Athletics. Specifically athletics.
I can't... Okay, I don't know if it's... Yeah, you do keep cutting out.
I'm going to refresh Discord, as they can't hear me. Hello, I have returned.
Guess she's back again.
Yeah.
Sorry,
no,
what check did you want?
I only wanted an athletics check, that was all.
Oh, no, in which case, it's not that good. I rolled another animal handling, which is clearly better. No, my athletics would be a grand total of 9.
9? Okay. In that case, the horse, as Caliban's approaching it, and Lily, you can understand what it says. The horse is going, "Oh God, no! It's coming! It's going to put me out of my misery." That's what they always say, but it's not putting us out of our misery at all. And it kind of bucks away and starts trying to run at full pelt, but it basically almost goes over on its ankle, and there's a sickening crunch as it just kind of falls over.
I should probably stop being a bear.
I mean, maybe.
Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop being a bear.
Okay, Lily turns back into her elfin form. Just with a quick kind of, the bear kind of gets up on its hind legs, does a weird kind of shimmy, and it shakes back into Lily, essentially. Just shakes it off.
Ugh.
This animal is not particularly happy with what we're trying to do.
Hey, chill out.
No, you don't understand. They're gonna kill me. That's what they always do.
Who's gonna what?
Ah, they're gonna kill me. I've got a broken leg now. What's going on? Ah!
Yeah, all right. That happens to most people, but these guys are special. If you don't run around and hurt yourself, you'll be fine. They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna make it better so you don't end up that way. You'll be all right.
It's kind of lashing out a little bit, but as she says that...
Look, do we need to turn this piece of shit into glue? I do not know. It has been a pain in the ass.
It's calming down a little bit.
Actually hurt you.
Okay. Well, can you tell the delightful creature to stop dragging me around?
It just has.
Yeah, it's kind of
You're welcome.
it's kind of calming down now. Then Caliban, as you approach it, it kind of relaxes a little and allows you to lay on hands, and its leg basically knits back together, and it looks down, looks up at Caliban, and looks kind of around at you all. Gets itself back up kind of gingerly. Wow, he actually fixed me. It looks quite happy.
Well, it is Karma. Am I alright to let go now, or is it gonna kick me in the testicles or something?
He asks, are you gonna stay still for a little bit, or are you gonna kick him in the balls?
I think I'll be okay. I think, yeah, this will be fine. I'm okay. No,
Right.
it's okay.
Don't get freaked out. Don't move. They're just fixing it, and you'll be all right. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. You can give it a go.
Marvelous. I will let go, and I will wander back over to the alcohol merchant.
Okay. You find the alcohol merchant still lying unconscious.
Okay.
There's a large group of people beginning to crowd around now. A few faces you've not actually seen before. They must have been further up towards the front of the procession. There's a few different faces staring down at you now, but there's a
it
good
appears
crowd.
that there has been, well, obviously an accident, but does anyone have any... I mean, I imagine he does himself, but does anyone have any smelling salts or something to wake this gentleman up?
Why are you just slapping?
Because he's just been wounded, and I don't know whether that is an ideal.
You could just try shaking him and asking, "Oi, wake up." Usually works for me.
I mean, he's just fallen literally off the wagon, and his head has been hit. I do not know if that is a good idea.
Oh, yep. Can I roll a medicine check to see if he's actually alive?
By all means.
No, I've already checked. He's breathing, but he's obviously wounded.
Alright, so can you fix him?
No, I'm not a physician. Otherwise, I would be doing that rather than saying, does anyone have smelling salts?
Well, what's the point in waking him up if he's hurt? Hold on a second. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on the horse's foot that has been just walked away from.
The horse has already been fixed.
Blaine had already done.
Caliban laid on hands.
The way you described it was the horse freaked out, broke his ankle, and then I was asked to calm the horse down.
You did, and then Caliban came over and laid on hands.
Okay, see, I didn't hear any of the Caliban comes over and fixes the horse part.
Okay.
So I thought the horse was still broken. So
Right.
I go over to the guy on the floor and I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. As you cast Cure Wounds, it doesn't seem to have an effect at first. The energy flows from you and into him. There's a bit of a moment where there's a pause, there's a panic, and then he suddenly sits up. Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh! That... Whoa.
Monsieur Circapula, how do you feel? Shit, I imagine, but...
Oh, yeah! Wow! That was awful. Oh, the fuck happened to my carriage?
Your carriage is only just there. It has not got far. I do not think the tree has done too much damage. I do not know. There was a bend in the road and your horse just came loose. They are just ahead, and I'll point towards. I will put out a hand to kind of give him a lift up.
He happily takes it and is lifted up. Caliban, Mia, and Corin, what are you up to? I'm just curious what everyone else is doing. I've not heard from...
watching it.
Just standing about watching, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just at the
Considering
back
how
with
just
my
got-
non-injured horse, just chilling.
Yeah, considering how it just got thrown from a hole.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. Like, you've just been thrown off a horse. Caliban was doing some healing, but I was wondering what Mia was doing.
Yeah, just watching, trying to walk off the bruises. It's fine. I'm okay. Come see how the horses are. 'Cause the two horses that were pinned were ours, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll walk back over to my horse and try and talk calmly to it.
Yeah, the horse seems to be pretty receptive. Mia, it's actually your horse that was the one that was kicking out and had the really bad leg that Caliban healed. But now it seems pretty receptive to it all. It seems happy to let you come close to it, and as you talk to it, it lets you pet it and stuff. It seems quite calm, considering.
Good.
Oh, this is an interesting development. What's going to happen to the ale?
I guess I'll have to take one for the team and drink it all.
Well, either that or we can...
Not again.
I mean, alternatively, we can simply help him get his horses reattached. They do not
Oh,
appear injured.
right, we could also do that, yeah.
And his caravan, I do not think is too badly damaged.
From the looks
What
of
does
it,
the caravan look like?
From looks of it, it looks like the back of the caravan has been has had quite the impact, but the horses kind of softened the blow. So
I was about to say.
yeah, it doesn't look like anything is broken. It looks like it's relatively in good nick. Although, if anyone wants to make an investigation to see what exactly happened to it, there is a bit of damage on the front.
I would like to, please.
By all means.
Try and figure out what happened here.
By all means. Wow.
Wait, I rolled, and it did something good.
Not 20.
It looks like the whatever the kind of rope that was attaching the horses and their bridles to the front of the carriage, like the things that strap them up. It looks like it was really just shoddily tied. Essentially, it looks like it must have been very loosely tied before they headed off. So that bump in the road was just enough to set it going. Yeah, very strange considering you'd made sure that it was quite well looked after yesterday.
That is strange. There's no clues as to who might have done it or anything like that. Nothing left behind at the scene, so it were.
It's kind of difficult to tell. If it was tampered with, it would have been tampered with, you know, a good way back before you'd started moving. You've been kind of riding for a while now, so it's hard. It'd be very hard to tell. It just looks like it's been badly tied. If someone has untied it, it would be very hard to tell.
How do you feel, Monsieur Secapol?
I've been better. Not gonna lie.
No, I can imagine. If we can facilitate getting your horses reattached to your wagon, I imagine my associates now appointed Lily, who appears to be at the front of the wagon anyway, is in a position to make sure they are secure. But perhaps it is best if one of if my employer does not mind, perhaps it is best that one of us rides with you for a while, just to make sure that you are okay.
Yeah, that might not be too bad. I mean, I can probably still drive, but it's gonna be hard to take full control like this, I think.
No, I do not. Let me see. And I walk over to Lily. Any idea what has happened?
Well, if it was tampered with, it was tampered with a while back, but...
Is it possible that simply he attempted to redo your work overnight and fared miserably? Because obviously the horses were let go for the evening. They have not been hooked up all day. Or overnight, sorry.
I mean... possibly? I mean, does that sound likely, DM?
It could well be.
Told me.
I mean, it absolutely could well be. Make me an intelligence check. It could be a possibility. It could just be that Bade didn't do a great job tying it on. It does seem like he's been, you know, the bridles on the horses were a little bit looser. You did advise him that maybe he shouldn't, you know, be too rough with the horses. It may be that when he was loosening those, he maybe just loosened, hadn't tied this one as well either. It's hard to tell.
It's pretty difficult to tell, to be honest. But you know, my brain sort of tells me a little bit that, you know, he's done it before. But I suppose anybody's anything, really.
Perhaps.
He might have just been tired.
Indeed.
Or I
Also that, but he does not look like one to test his own wares. I would perhaps have a chat with our esteemed
Surprise, motherfucker!
Tyranny and see if he's happy for one of us to travel with
Okay.
this gent for a while. Do you wish to issue have looked after the horses, or shall I? Or
They seem to be all right. Bear with me a second. DM, can I still talk to horses?
Yeah. How long does speak with animals last?
10 minutes. Has this all happened within 10 minutes?
You're getting towards the end of it now. You'd have to make it very quick.
Alright, I quickly asked the horses, has anybody messed with this rope?
Okay, so you kind of go up to the horses, which are a fair bit away now. They're actually up by the carriage with the gargoyle on it. You basically kind of call to them. Oh, what has anyone messed with your ropes? What's going on? What's been going on? And the two horses at the back kind of turn, and as they open their mouths to speak, a neigh comes out. It's just as your spell is finishing.
Oh, you are. Ah. I pet the horse. I say thanks. Come on, let's go back. In common. And I take the horses back to where they should be.
if I take it's probably best if you retie this.
Aye, just to be safe, yeah?
It makes sense. One moment, and I'll go find Tyranny, and go. It appears that everything is fine. And would you be offended? Obviously, you are our first port of call, but that I do not think Mr. Sekapo should travel alone for a second. Do you mind if I spend time at his wagon? Obviously, if there are problems, you are my first charge.
I mean, I guess that'll be all right as long as if we start moving again, stay as close to me as possible. Like,
well, he is only one wagon away, and it will give me an idea of what is coming before you reach it.
All right then. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you,
just obviously, yeah. Like I said, remember,
you are my first. Well, technically at the moment nobody, but hey ho. Master Corin, Kaliban, how are you, Mia? Lady Mia?
Bit battered and bruised, but I'll be fine.
Gotta be honest, it was a bit of an emotional shock, but I think I'll pull through.
Oh, marvelous. You have been somewhat reticent today.
Just been trying to pay attention, I guess. Now that we know there are a few people around of interesting persuasions, just keeping my eyes open.
Everyone here is interesting to a degree or not. It depends on what you're interested in.
Indeed. That's simply what I'm doing.
Anyway, Lady Mia, how are you?
Apart from the bruises, I'll be fine, thank you very much.
Good. Well, good talk, all of you. I mean, I'm gonna travel with Mr. Sekapo for a moment. I'll openly admit earlier, Lady Mia suggested that there is stuff that you may need to discuss before you can discuss with me, so I will leave you be for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Be interesting to hear what she has to say.
And I will go sit with Mr. Sekapo on his wagon. And as we're travelling along, I will reach into my bag, and while we're just chatting, I'll bring out one of the more expensive bottles of wine that I looted, and just almost from a anecdotal point of view, I'll point out that I had been paid this by a previous employer, and I was intrigued as to what it was worth. But that's just as we're travelling.
Okay. As he kind of looks down at the bottle of wine, he's obviously kind of looking at the wine, looking back at the road, kind of thing. But oh wow, where is it you've managed to pick that up from?
A previous employer, they had no coin, so they gave me a couple of these.
Whoa, whatever it was that you did for him must have been amazing.
This is of good quality.
That bottle alone had set you back about 30 gold. It's amazing quality.
But yeah, I will literally just sit and chat shit to him about beer and wine and try and find out what he's been up to and stuff as we travel.
Okay, awesome. As you guys you guys are all like starting to travel again, there's a few people who kind of have slowed down a little bit just to kind of keep an eye on everything. You'll notice that actually the carriage with the gargoyle on it, there are a couple of people sitting in the front seat, the driving seat. That's kind of a weird thing to say about a carriage, but you know what I mean. The seat at the front. There is one very obvious pink-skinned gnome with quite large ears. She's very colourful, definitely a female, and she is sitting. I mean, by all means, she. If you want to look for something specific, just let me know. And she
just said, "Is she pink?"
She's definitely pink. Yeah. Yeah, she is pink. And sitting next to her is a what just looks to be a normal kind of standard male human. He'll be sitting there absolutely silent for a long time, and then suddenly he'll whisper something to her, and she will burst out laughing like for ages. And he will then just return to absolutely being completely stoic, and she'll be laughing for a good 2-3 minutes about how funny it is. It's very interesting. These are very strange people. As for Bade, he becomes quite friendly with you. He talks quite openly. He's very grateful for you for your helping. He's very grateful to your party for everything they did. He's been a merchant traveling for quite some time now. He travels all over the place, but essentially it got to the point where he once had a tavern, and unfortunately the tavern was burned down. He thinks he always suspected that it was arson, but they could never really prove it, and he had no more money to go into it. He did, however, have a small storehouse nearby where some of his goods survived. As such, he was travelling between there and a new town to maybe start a new life, a new tavern perhaps, if he could find something cheap enough. And he realised he sold out of his entire stock before he got there and made more money than he ever did with a static tavern. So as such, he's just basically become a tavern, almost like a burger van, really. He just goes alongside caravans for a while and sells all of his alcohol to them on the road. It means that, you know, he can charge them basically whatever he wants.
In a joke that only Blaine will get, he sits on top of Portsdown Hill, waiting for the drunks to come by. But yeah, I will just ingratiate myself in this Prosecco and yeah, keep an eye on the road ahead.
Okie dokie.
And from the slightly further forward vantage point, keep an eye on some of the other wagons as well.
Absolutely. Well, just there's a small group in front of you on just horseback, and they all appear. I mean, none of them stand out in any particular way. They're all pretty boring looking. And then in front of that, you've got the smaller carriage just behind the one with the gargoyle, and the smaller carriage. In fact, if you make me a perception check, I can tell you how much you can see of the two carriages in front.
Will do. If I remember what that is.
And if anyone else wants to look around at any of the people around you, the carriages, anything like that, just let me know and I'll tell you what to roll. Nice. Smart. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the carriage almost directly in front of the group of horses. Obviously, you've got Losvius Longnose kind of riding alongside you. But then...
Sorry?
Sorry, what?
What are we rolling, sorry?
Only if you decide to look around at anything in particular, I just said let me know and I'll tell you what to roll.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's
Fair
perception, investigation, or insight, depending on what it is you're looking for. But yeah, what you can see is the carriage just in front of the horses, Harlequin. There are two people sitting in it, two males sitting in the front, and they both appear to be elves, and they don't make any noise at all. One of them is they seem to pass the reins back and forth. And whoever's not holding the reins tends to be making quick hand gestures to the other one.
Right.
Before taking the reins back. And then the carriage with the gargoyle, like I said, there was the rather tall, muscular human who is very stoic, but then keeps whispering to this gnome, and then she keeps bursting into laughter. And
cool.
Yeah, so that's you.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to keep an eye.
Okie dokie. In that case, I'm going to call a 5-minute break. And then when I come back, we're going to do a little bit of a time skip. And we'll pass over a few days. I'll tell you about some of the things you might have seen. But you do essentially get, at this point, 2 days where not much happens. You know what, fuck it, I'll tell you before we have in the break. And then we'll start after the break with the main thing. You have in the next 2 days, essentially not much happens.
Main thing.
I mean, not a whole lot seems to happen, but I will say that Harlequin, you will notice that there's a small group of 4 horses in front of the in front of the 2 carriages you're keeping an eye on, and at the next kind of junction of the road, all 4 of them kind of pull off. There's a few goodbyes waved. They wave to the person in front of them. You can't quite see from here, and they kind of peel off, make their own way. The day after that, you kind of go past what is a small town. You don't pull into it at all, but before you kind of head off for the morning, another group kind of joins you. It's just a small caravan that joins on at the back. There seems to be one person. It's only a really small one. This is an open-topped cart rather than a covered wagon like most of you are riding in. And he just has a few boxes in the back. It's an old kind of grizzled human. And when we come back, we'll start on day 9.
Yeah, I'm going to spend time between the 2 wagons.
That's fair.
If Mr. Sekapol doesn't kick me off, I will occasionally travel with him a bit more and have a bit more of a chat.
Oh yeah, no, as the days go on, you essentially kind of build up much better of a rapport with Sekapol. He seems to be absolutely, he was really grateful to you all. So anytime, like, you guys have, like, stop for the evening and want a drink, he seems to be providing them. He doesn't charge much at all. I mean, obviously, if you want to buy a whole cask of ale from him again, it might cost you some money, but he gives you at least a round of drinks free every night, all of you, for saving his life.
Sweet.
Because he does essentially consider it you saved his life and his livelihood. So, is there anything, I will ask, that during those, like, 3 days of travel, Lily, Mia, Kaliban, Corin, is there anything in particular you are doing?
Not really. Checking out the horses and probably every morning having a chat just to see how they are, if they've learnt anything, if anybody else is being sneaky. I'd have probably told the entire party about what the horses said about Longnose going through people's things. I'd have wanted to go through our things to make sure we had everything.
I mean, that's absolutely fair. Make me an investigation check. It seems like your things are absolutely all in place. Every one of you has all of the things you brought with you, which I'm assuming Lily will tell the party. That's entirely up to you, of course. Lily does check through your things at your request. She doesn't go through anyone's things who objects to it. Does anyone object to her having a look through? It's up to you guys.
I don't want to.
Nope.
I don't mind.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Then yeah, she basically reports back to you that everything's still there. But I will say you will have all at different points noticed Losvius watching you. He has gone from carriage to carriage. Sometimes he's seen really far at the front. He kind of just goes between things. You don't see him making any friends, but what you do see is him just watching people from a distance. And every now and again, just kind of, when he doesn't think people are looking, he'll kind of sneak over and have a quick look at their stuff. And when we start back, we're going to start back actually at the night, and then we'll pick up in the morning. But we're going to have a quick 5-minute break now. So people at home, I'm going to put some music on, and my wonderful group, I'm going to deafen myself. Everyone here and at home, grab a drink, go to the toilet, that kind of thing. And we'll be back in 5 minutes. Bye. So yeah, I'll throw some, I'm just deafening myself. So I'm going to throw some music on for you guys. I'm going to mute this one. Should we go for the Silver Dragon Inn again? Is the Silver Dragon Inn really annoying? Or should I throw the Silver Dragon Inn back on? I quite like that song. Hopefully you guys like it too, so I'm going to throw that on. Because I really like it. You'll have to deal. BRB, wonderful people. And I have returned. Hello, everybody. So that's my break over. I'm currently waiting to see if I'm gonna unmute. Get a little bit of quiet traveling music going on in the background, and I'm just checking with the team if they are all back and ready to rock. Because if they are, then I will be jumping in with them again. Hello, Captain Jameson. I got to hang out with him today. Wonderful person. It's been it was a really, really good day. I had a fucking awesome day. We need to do it more often, clearly. I'll definitely need to do it more often. How are we doing? How is everyone? Is everyone back from their break? Because hopefully you've all gone and grabbed a drink and gone to the bathroom and stuff. This is D&D. This is intensive. We don't leave part of the way through. We're not allowed anymore. I'm very careful. I think we're only missing one player currently. Sadly, there was a little bit of unpleasantness during that, but I think we're okay again. I'm going to jump back out into some more me mode. And I'm going to jump back in. Hello, my team. How are you doing today?
Blaine's scaring me. It's not like...
Blaine, what are you doing?
Hang on, have you already got your new stuff? Does this not count as downtime stuff?
Pass. No, it doesn't.
Have you had your downtime?
No downtime. No downtime. No.
Good.
Oh dear.
Oh my god, I don't know what we're talking about here. Also,
Players.
I think we've got Paul and Danny in the chat. Like, we definitely got Paul. I think he's with Danny tonight. So we hung out with them today. So hello, everybody. It was good.
What?
Paul,
what chat?
Paul and Danny in the Twitch chat.
You say hung out. You let them be in your presence.
Aww, Blade.
Well,
So cute.
that's
Shot
sweet.
fired.
Kind of true.
But yeah,
Day drinking, indeed.
we were. Yeah, there was some day. Well, we weren't day. So we went to TGI Fridays, and I drank milk while everyone had lovely food, and then we went out and got some cocktails, and I drank Diet Coke. And it was fun though, because we got to go on the Star Wars thing, and that was fucking cool.
I'll show you a picture. It looked pretty cool.
Oh man, it was so weird. Like, you put this backpack on, and you put it was full immersive, like noise cancelling headphones and Oculus Rift over your face, and then you walk through corridors, and all the corridors are like virtually generated. It was kind of badass.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, we were well lucky too, because we were just heading there to like hang out all together, and then it was like, oh, by the way, this is the last day of this thing. As we walked past it was like, well, fuck, let's jump in. So
Well, fuck.
yeah, it finished today. It was pretty good. But yes, so lovely party. As we're picking up, it's kind of the evening, and I will say that you have now noticed a lot more of that gnome kind of keeping an eye on you a little bit more here. And you'll have noticed as well the carriage kind of just slightly behind you had a lot of very nondescript looking traders, it looked like. They seem to, every time you stop and make camp, they seem to essentially be whispering amongst themselves and staring at you. It's not massively subtle, if I'm entirely honest.
I mean, it could just be because we are so pretty.
Could everyone roll me a charisma check? Straight charisma.
Check.
You are kidding me, right, mate?
Charisma check. No, not a saving throw, just a charisma check, and there is a good reason for this.
Nailed it.
That could have been worse.
I have a 0. I have a +0.
You rolled a straight 15 though. That's not bad. Corin, the fucking bard, rolled a 9.
All right.
You know.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, and Harlequin with a 19. Harlequin is quite smooth actually. Harlequin is as smooth as both.
It's almost like he's got 20 points in charisma.
It's almost like 3 of us have got 20 points.
There are 3 very charismatic people in this group.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the sorcerer and the bard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorcerer, bard, and what Harlequin is. Which I don't think I don't want to say yet because I'm not sure if they've figured it out yet, so I didn't want to say. But
I mean, we've heard his sword talking to him, so.
No, you haven't.
Well, not in character, but out of character.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, OC, you probably figured out he's a warlock. Yeah, so they're kind of whispering to each other a fair bit, and then you kind of see them staring at you. And I'll say, Kaliban, you seem to be the one that they're absolutely focusing on.
They're focusing on me.
They do seem to be
Because
focusing on you.
so pretty.
It's my delightful Mohican and giant
Indeed.
beard. And luscious lips.
Oh my god.
Made for the meat. Oh, wait, what? Eating meat. Wait, hang on.
Wait. You have the lips that do imply that they are ready for the meat to be placed right between them as soon as it's possible.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, at the moment they don't seem to be doing anything, but you'll notice that there is one person in particular that seems to be staring at you. So he's talked to a few others, and you've seen them kind of looking over at you, but most of them seem to be walking away, not paying much attention. But one of them, which is essentially a rather tall elf man, with very, like, we're talking seriously long ears, very ornate eyebrows, almost like seriously an elf out of World of Warcraft, is staring at you and looking very interestingly at you. He seems to be
Your
very...
brother has to leave Twitch chat now. He's banned.
Danny Elfman. Oh my god!
Oh god.
So yeah, so yeah, he has been staring at you, Kaliban, and Kaliban, you will have noticed this because he seems to be trying to hide it, but you've noticed.
I mean, Monsieur Kaliban, have you made a friend or an enemy?
Maybe
be aware
he
of?
wants to cuddle me at night.
I mean, you are
Some people just
possibly-
like that from a dwarf. I don't,
You're
you know.
possibly extremely cuddleable.
I'm a very cuddly man.
You guys are really weird, you know that, right?
Yes, I am aware that I am weird. You know, I wear black and white armor and a mask half the time. That is normal behavior for everybody.
Why do you wear such distinct armor? Can't be good against your enemies. Or hiding.
We have established though that if I wish to hide, I can hide.
Aye, but why do you wear that design?
I will grab a handful of mud and throw it at my own armor, and you will watch the mud literally magically slide off. It is the armor that I managed to acquire that has particular elements that I like.
Like keeping clean.
Yes.
She looks down at her own muddy outfit. I see.
Oh, he does spend time with dead things, so suffice to say he gets muddy.
No. Occasionally magic will cause dead things to arrive, and as I've established with Mistress Lily, if that happens, we'll make sure that they go away straight away.
Yes, that.
But I do not spend time with them. It is not like I am cuddling them like I would perhaps Master Kaliban.
You like a good cuddle?
Well, no, but we have established you are good to cuddle, apparently.
Well, you can see me tonight for a cuddle.
Unless, and I will deliberately point at the other people and that elf. Unless, of course, you have someone who is more likely to want to cuddle you first.
Oi, brother. You don't recognise him, do you?
Nope. I'm just gonna sit and stare right back at him while eating a sausage.
Provocatively.
Yeah.
You'll notice you don't need to roll this at all, but you'll notice as you're staring at him, he makes very clear point to not be looking at you. He's fussing around with the horses, he's checking things in the cart, he's talking to other people, but you'll see him glance at you occasionally but quickly look away again when he sees you still looking at him. He's trying to make sure that you are not seeing him at this point.
Okay.
He ain't subtle, is he?
I mean, no, and this is coming from a man in black and white checkered armor.
I mean... Why don't you go ask him, Kaliban, what he wants?
I like to look at him across the way. Makes it more intense.
I mean, I could go ask him surreptitiously if he likes you.
Yeah, put in a good word for me.
By all means. And I am going to wander over.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Hello there, sir. How are you this fine day?
Oh, you're right. Well, it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, getting ready for tomorrow.
Oh, is something special happening tomorrow?
He looks around almost like quite shiftily. I mean, no, I mean like, you know, getting ready for heading off again.
Ah, you are leaving us again.
I'm not going anywhere. Not
Oh,
leaving.
you're not? Ah, no. Because if you leave, you cannot stare at my friend as quite so well.
I was just, you know, trying to figure out if I recognised him from somewhere.
What, from perhaps where? Perhaps I can help. Where do you think you know him from?
Oh, you know, just around. I do a lot of travelling, and you see so many people along the way. I wouldn't want to have someone that I knew and I didn't say hello to.
Oh no, and this is why I am trying to help facilitate perhaps a kindred friendship that has fallen by the wayside.
I mean, you know, if it's not him, that'd be quite embarrassing. I'm fine. You
Well,
know?
no, which is why rather than him come over and I am here to facilitate to make sure that no one loses favor.
I mean,
so where do you think you have met him from?
Just, you know, I don't know. I see. I've been in many caravans.
Well,
his face looks familiar to me. That's all.
You nowhere specific then.
I mean,
you know,
I'm trying to. You know when you kind of see someone's face and you're kind of, you think you know it, but you can't quite sure where you've seen them. You've never had that before.
I can understand that. It is just, well, I mean, you're welcome to come over and share a drink with us.
Oh yeah, no, actually that wouldn't be bad, but I mean, not right this second. I've got a few things to get done first, but later on, later on maybe, yeah.
Who shall I say you are, just in case we do wish to try and remind each other?
My name is.
I mean,
genuinely pauses. He genuinely
time
pauses
to think of this. This is slightly embarrassing.
No, it's not. It's not time to think of it. It's more the fact of I'm not comfortable. I'm not 100% sure I'm comfortable sharing it with you. I don't know who you are. Normally, I'm offered a name.
Harlequin. Pleasure to meet you.
Normally, I'm offered a name before I kind of give names out. So
Harlequin, I have just given you my name. And you are?
Oh, Harlequin. That's not a name.
It is one that I travel with. It is the one that my employers will have to sign on the line when they hand over money. Why? How is it not a name?
All right. You know what? I don't know where you're from. You could be from anywhere. It's fine. Fine. My name's Alanon.
Hello, Alanon. How are you this fine day?
I'm all right. Yeah, just kind of getting my stuff done, getting everything ready.
Darren, my friend, like, you know him, and maybe you do. I will share this information with him, and hopefully, if you are kindred spirits, we can make this happen. Hey, sir! And I will literally, from where I'm stood, shout over Kaliban.
Hi, pal.
Do you know an Alanon? This is Alanon, and I'm pointing directly at him with a stabbing finger, going, "This is Alanon, sir. Do you know him?"
I don't think I do.
Ah. He says perhaps he's seen you on wagons before, or he does not know. Was that right, Alanon?
Fucking hell.
You said you knew my friend from wagons.
I thought so. I guess not. This is really fucking embarrassing now.
Oh, I'm not embarrassed. Are you embarrassed, sir?
That is hysterical.
My master is not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I apologize if I've embarrassed you, Alanon.
I'm feeling really embarrassed, yeah. This is why I didn't come over straight away. I was trying to figure out if I knew him.
Well, maybe if you had, we wouldn't have had this conversation and it would have actually worked out less embarrassing for you in the long run.
All right, you giant anus. I fucking get your point.
There's no need to be rude. But, you know, I apologize.
Right. This has been quite mortifying.
Believe me, I have seen what to find. This is nowhere near. This is but a gentle trip into inconvenience.
Do an insight check to check if he's actually embarrassed or more worried that he's going to be figured out.
By all means, roll me an insight check. I was wondering if someone was going to roll an insight at some point.
Thank you!
Insight.
Well, I'm nowhere near the guy, to be fair. I'm just.
Well, I ain't been loud enough.
He's being loud enough that all of you can hear it.
I know. I'm just watching it unfold, and it's bloody beautiful.
Corin. So,
do
shit.
popcorn.
21. Okay. No, Corin, you can tell that he is... Half of the shit he's been saying is a lie. You can't tell exactly how much is a lie and how much is truth. Maybe if it had been earlier on in the conversation, you might have picked specific bits. But he's absolutely not embarrassed. He seems more annoyed and angry than embarrassed.
Okay. That to Kaliban.
Alright. Well.
So
Cast
yeah.
minor illusion and have Tobias appear from behind this car and just
I
walk
was
around to the
confused
front
as
of it.
fuck. I was like, wait, I've got my other character sheet with me. It's all gone wrong.
So what's he doing?
Tobias essentially walk over just behind our group, catch eyes with him, and then walk back behind the car as if he's actually there.
Oh, a non in disguise fire.
Oh, yeah, real Tobias to see if he notices who Tobias is. Has a reaction to Tobias.
How do you know who Tobias is? Do you met him? Ignore me. You have known it. You did know him a little bit.
It's only me that doesn't technically know who Tobias is.
Who even is
Irony.
Tobias? Who is that guy? Dead to me.
Who? Dead to me. It can yeah. So the illusionary Tobias kind of steps out from behind the cart, looks around, looks at your party, kind of nods slightly, looks over in the guy's direction, and then walks back up. Please notice I did give you a token for a little bit.
You did, yeah.
And then just because I have Toby on lockdown apparently. He looks up at Toby. Roll me an insight. Roll me another insight.
Insight check.
Here comes a natural one.
Nailed it.
Oh, okay.
You see a spark of recognition in the man's eyes as he looks up at Tobias, the fake Tobias. His eyes widen. There is definitely clear recognition there.
I hope you do know that guy, because he knows Tobias, so he probably knows who you actually are. Perhaps we should go have a chat with him.
Maybe we should just kill him.
Well, that, but perhaps not in front of everyone at the caravan.
We should absolutely do it in front of everyone. Therefore, they know that we should be feared.
That's not what we're trying to do here.
No.
Oh, we're trying to blend in. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Shite. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's not like he's going to kill me in my sleep. Look at those ears. Can't be very quiet with those hanging around his head. I bet he bumps into all manner of things.
Yeah. Let's just go with that, yeah?
Okay, so what is the plan here? What are we doing?
Good talk.
I take it you really don't recognise him? Or
No,
why?
I have no idea who he is.
Are you coming over, sir? I do not.
Oh, right, yeah, I'll be right there.
This is all very strange, I know, and I perhaps have made this more of a thing than it could have been, but maybe you make a new friend now.
So, Alan,
maybe we can all be friends.
As Kaliban starts approaching, you'll notice Alanon is kind of heading towards. He's not leaving exactly. He's not like leaving your side or anything, but he is making his way over to like the group of people he's traveling with, trying rather than just hanging around.
Alanon, are these more friends of yours? Are these? Are we coming here to have a? Is there going to be a party?
I mean, yeah, if you want to hang out with us and drink and stuff, you're welcome to. You're like, I'm not going to turn you lot away. You helped the you helped that guy over there, didn't you? Like we saw you.
You have been paying attention to us quite a lot.
What?
You heard him, lads and lasses. Let's go get our drink on. I'm going to stand up and head over to the group.
Okay. As you head over, there's a
Mr.
bunch
Sekapol,
of...
Can I buy some drinks for Alanon, our new friend? Alanon, what are your friends' names? So I can buy them drinks also.
I mean, by all means, guys, feel free to introduce yourselves. There's like a shorter kind of man with black hair. He's got a scar down his cheek. He looks up and goes, "Well, is this what we're doing now? We're making mates, all right? You know, I'm all right with that."
No, sir. If you are simply a mercenary here on Alanon's Bay, as he pays attention to my friend, then by all means, tell him to fuck off, because his plan has clearly gone awry. However, otherwise we can buy drinks and we can pretend that this isn't shady as fuck.
I mean, we're all just we took a job together. We're not like mates. We're just traveling.
Oh, Alanon, they do not like you. That saddens me. You strike me so likable.
Like pretty much all of them met. The other, like, there's 4 of them and Alanon as well. They're all kind of staring daggers at Alanon. This all seems very uncomfortable as the rest of the party kind of walks over.
Oh, see, Alanon, these people, they're clearly not your friends. You
What kind of
must not
clothing
respect
is...
them enough. We can be your
What kind of
friends.
clothing is Alanon wearing?
Alanon seems to be wearing a pretty... I mean, it's like a brown tunic, a little bit tattered. He's wearing these brown trousers that maybe seem a little bit too short for him. So he's literally neck to ankle in black, but the trousers seem a bit too short. He's got a little bit of ankle showing before his rather rough shoes. He's got a dark kind of green cloak. It's like a half cape rather than a full cloak, kind of clasped around his neck.
Any kind of
I do not
exposed
think...
skin? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, say that again?
Or any kind of exposed skin, like a hand or an arm or anything?
I mean, yeah, he's not wearing gloves, and he's not he's got his face quite clear.
I can't reach his face. As I walk over, I'm just gonna tap him on the hand gently and say, "Well, are we busting out the drinks?" And I'm gonna check to see if it actually feels like human skin, or elven skin, or if there's scales hidden there.
Make me an investigation check.
For inappropriate.
He needs an adult, but he won't get one. 19.
Seems like that's his normal skin. You can't feel anything different.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, how much did Alanon pay you to be here? Because clearly, at the moment, I do not think it was enough.
I mean, no. If you're going to be entirely honest, I feel like we should be getting awkward pay or something here. Like they all start laughing. He's clearly not the most social of butterflies, are you, mate?
Oh, okay. So they are. I'd help. Ah, Alanon, paying for friends.
Look, it's a job, all right? I'm not here to make bodies.
Oh, what is the job?
Transporting cargo, isn't it? Like,
in it? Your haphazard wagon that you have paid very little attention to since you got here. Clearly, you're esteemed inexpensive wares.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not. Have you got to, like? So you've embarrassed me, and now you've got to shame me for the cargo I'm transporting.
Well, this is extremely interesting because if you really were paying attention to your wagon, you would probably be worried about the 2 men behind it right now.
As you say that, he kind of turns quickly to look. And
I do not know. Because there is no one there.
Nope. So he doesn't see anyone there and turns back. What 2 men? What are you talking about?
Your eyes playing tricks on you, Alanon. Maybe maybe that was the whole thing. You don't know, my friend. Maybe you just need your eyes. I am sorry. It is not my point to shame you. It was just you seemed so familiar.
Well, this has been an absolute clusterfuck, really, hasn't it? I mean, do you know what? Should we just mend this? Should we all just get drunk? Because that seems like it would be a good thing to me.
I have a great drinking game.
Oh, good God.
And I'll go through my pack and I'll pull out the dagger that has 5 dragon heads on it.
Nope.
Mia,
Okay.
darling,
And see how they react to it.
I ain't liking this no
It does seem to have escalated.
more. I may need to get my ass off this horse.
How do they react to the 5-headed dragon blade?
Roll me an insight check. Anyone who
Insight
is... I'd imagine if you're both... I mean, I'd imagine you both be paying a close attention here when you see it.
Yeah,
So
we're looking for their reaction. Yeah.
Get out of his back, I'd be. I don't know.
That's 2. Oh shit!
Caliban,
All bad rolls.
they don't even seem to notice it, Caliban.
Let's see if I can fuck this up more than he did.
It's just a knife, mate. Don't worry.
Almost.
Well, I got a 16, so that's something.
Yeah, Harlequin. They seem to. They glance at the dagger, but you don't see any like recognition. There may be a little bit of concern about the fact that he's just said we like here's a game and he pulled out a
I
knife.
have the game.
Corin. There's a flash of
Corin rolled a
recognition.
16.
There's a flash of recognition. They seem to recognize it.
Okay. I'm going to play it off.
Right. What you do is you get your hand out in front of you, and then with the other hand, you stab in between the bits where your fingers aren't, and then every time you stab yourself, you take a shot and then go again.
Oh, I
This
like the
sounds
sound
like
of
a very
this
good
game. I'm going to pull out my cultist dagger, which I stole from one of them.
Wait, are you suggesting
See
we
if they
play a
have any
game where we could
recognition to that
stab?
one.
You're telling a bunch of people whose literal job it is to transport cargo to damage their hands that they need for lifting.
If you're good at the game, you won't damage your hands.
But then if we're good at the game, we won't get drunk.
We can drink when other people are doing it, so I'll go first.
Alright, so we drink when you stab yourself, yeah?
I mean,
if you want.
I will to that.
You can drink whenever you want to drink. Rules of the game.
Yeah.
So this is less of a game and more of a let's watch you stab yourself and we drink while you do it.
Alright, you can go first then.
No, by all means, go for it. Like, I'm just trying to figure out the rules.
Alright, and I'll stop playing the game.
Okay, make me a dexterity check.
Foul shell.
This should be interesting.
Oh, good.
Okay.
That's not horrific considering
No.
it's over at the moment.
The first, like, you kind of start off relatively slow. You start stabbing in between your fingers. You kind of start speeding up a little bit. Seems to be okay. Make me another one. And then as you're making like your 4th pass through your fingers, you're doing pretty well so far. But as you're making your 4th pass, you manage to catch just a gentle one. Actually, it's not too bad, but just you nick the kind of your middle finger slightly. Blood.
Oh, you bastard!
Beads of blood immediately start running down your fingers and onto the top of a barrel, which you've put your hand on to play this with. Oh, we drink! We
Huzzah!
drink!
I drink.
Everyone
Aye.
takes a bit of the drink that Bade has brought over for you all. He's kind of got his arms crossed, he's watching. A few people are gathering now. This seems quite interesting to them. There's a bit of a circle forming around you. And
Who wants to go next? You don't have to use my dagger, you can use somebody else's.
Ah,
Go
Mr. Godwin
next.
had it like it, did he not?
Silver one I have.
Ah, may I borrow?
Sure. I hand it over to him.
As I walk over and I go to place my hand out, I'm gonna. What are we playing this again?
you're kind of this. Sorry, did you say
No,
what are we playing this against?
Platform are we using?
Oh, it's literally an upturned barrel.
Okay, I'm gonna position myself between So I've got my back to the other guys. So the other people, our group can see me, but they in front. And then I'm gonna cast Mask of Many Faces.
Okay.
And I'm gonna close my hand into a fist, but have it that the fingers still look like they're out. And then as I turn around, I'm gonna have it so I'm facing the other people, and I'm gonna play the game with fake fingers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. So you basically got your hand in a fist down, but there's fake fingers sticking out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell over. You know, if you cut your fingers off, I ain't fixing it.
And yeah, I'm going to use the cultist dagger, and I am going to be idly playing the game in front of them and see what happens.
I'm going to keep an eye on the other people that are crowding around and see if anybody else is paying attention to the dagger now.
Oh
god!
You'll notice. I mean, it is a rather fancy dagger.
Yeah.
But there are a few people kind of staring. There's a bunch of people staring now. You've got everyone that you have recognised thus far is crowding around. There's a fair few faces you don't recognise. There seems to be a man with like a really beautiful kind of almost blood red cloak pulled up around his ears, quite close to his head. You've got another kind of half elf watching you. There's a bunch of different humans. There's like literally you've got a massive group of people kind of hanging around watching you. And there's a man who's got his arms crossed and a wry smile on his face, and he seems to be wearing kind of a wool cap that has ear and neck flaps to kind of just kind of cover up most of his neck and ears. The two men who seem to be like gesturing back and forth towards each other are crowding around watching. It's very interesting. They all seem to be paying a lot of attention. And you'll see that although the gargoyle hasn't come over, the rather tall human has come over, and so has the gnome, the pink-skinned gnome, and she seems to be staring at the dagger quite intently. And obviously, Harlequin, you're playing this game flawlessly. It seems to be pretty perfect.
What is the matter, Alanon? Is this too many people? Is this too many people for drinks? Have we?
Are you talking while not looking at the dagger as well?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. He's
roll
really
me
good.
roll me a deception. Because at this point you're being very nonchalant about the dagger game.
Oh yeah.
He's a pro.
There he is.
Okay, so yeah, you're just playing the game. You're not even looking at it anymore. You're looking out at the rest of the people. You kind of look at the crowd a little bit. Look over to Alanon. Well,
can I do an insight check to see how Alanon feels about all this bullshit now?
Yeah. By all means, roll me an insight check. You're with advantage, actually. I'll say you can roll it with advantage.
There you go.
Okay. He's paying very close attention, not just to the dagger, but he's looking at the faces of you and your party, and he's also kind of quickly glancing at the crowd, and he looks around. He almost looks nervous at this point. He genuinely looks nervous. There's a lot of people around suddenly.
Too many people, Alanon. You should have made your move earlier.
What? Sorry, what move?
Well, you had the playing field when you were paying a lot of attention to my friends the last 2 days. Unfortunately, we have now paid attention to you. And now a lot of people are paying attention to you.
He looks a little bit nervous as he looks around. You notice his friends are kind of they're kind of hanging back a bit. They just kind of seem to be trying to distance themselves from Alanon a fair bit. They don't want the attention that he's getting. He's made them embarrassed now.
I stopped the game by literally just slamming the dagger. I'll make sure it's not into a fake finger, but into the barrel, and kind of stepping back and going, I believe it might be your turn now.
He looks up at you, looks down at the dagger. I suppose it would be losing face if I didn't step up and give it a go. He kind of walks up gingerly, looking around at everyone. Plays the dance macabre. Really?
Fitting.
Really?
DM.
Yes.
Pretty fucked up situation. I'm gonna play Dance Macabre.
Oh, they don't have Dance Macabre on here. Oh.
I would like to tell you that I am preparing to cast Hold Person on Alanon should he take the dagger and run or attempt to escape
I mean,
in any way.
That's absolutely fair. There we go. Okay, so he steps forward, he puts his hand down, he looks up at you, Corin, and goes, I haven't actually got my own dagger with me, all I've got is like a tool knife, am I okay to use?
So I got one you can have, and I'll pull out of my pack, I'll pull out another one of the silver dragon daggers, and I'll toss it in.
We are nothing if not subtle.
And then what I'll also do is, I'll just so you don't get any splinters, I'll pull out one of the purple robes and put it over the barrel. There you go, it's nice and comfortable for you now.
Jesus.
Alright, literally all of you roll me an insight check.
Well, I noticed nothing.
Playing too well, you're distracted.
I've forgotten how much I like the Dance Macabre. I really like this song. Oh yeah, Harlequin. Yeah, Harlequin, you're afraid you don't see a whole lot. Oh yeah, it is. But there was like, I had to go down past like 20 songs to even find it when looking for it. Yeah, Lily. Wait, Lily, you're looking at Kaliban.
Sorry, maybe not Kaliban. I just
checking me out.
Check it out. Check it out the door.
While all this is going on.
rolling at it, I'm just thinking about.
Damn.
Sorry, I wrote Kaliban and I meant Alanon, but...
Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay,
Caliban,
so
obviously I'm thinking about Kaliban subconsciously, so...
Kaliban, you'll notice that he definitely reacted to both the knife and the robe. Corin, it wasn't just him that reacted to the knife and the robe, it was all of his friends too.
Oh, sweet.
So Corin is the only one that's noticed. The other four have looked at these things and kind of quickly looked at each other and stuff. But Kaliban, you can tell that Alanon is freaked out a little bit by the purple robe and the dagger. The rest of you, it doesn't seem to faze him. It's a really weird thing anyway. Obviously people are going to be a bit fazed by it. But yeah, he's clearly taken aback, Kaliban. But he kind of gingerly takes the dagger from you, puts his hand down on the purple robes, and is like pausing there for a moment. He's looking at it. He looks very much like he doesn't want to be doing this right now. And clearly he's distracted almost as soon as he starts the game, instead of stabbing into the robe, he ends up stabbing into his hand straight away. The blade kind of comes down and immediately into the fleshy part of the back of his palm, at the back of his hand, just straight in. He lets out a horrid like kind of grunt, but Kaliban, he's got his eyes locked on your eyes. He doesn't even look down, he doesn't flinch, he just kind of angrily staring back at you.
Kaliban or me?
Kaliban. He's still locked. He's locked eyes on Kaliban. He is not moving, and he did not flinch. He did not react to the pain other than to let out a small grunt.
That is unfortunate. I think he needs to take a shot and have another go, because he didn't give us a great show.
I mean, it's the only part of this that does.
Pulls the dagger out of his hand, looks around, takes a deep breath.
I mean, Alanon do not want to give these people a shot.
I would be remiss to not make these people happy, right? He is every word is spat almost with pure venom.
I mean, surely it is one's honor and one's duty to entertain.
He takes a drink from one of his mates. Well, the four people that are with him, downs the dregs of the tankard.
Oh no! I will get out a bottle I will stick it on the table and go, here, why not try one of Mr. Fox Traveler's favourite drinks?
You don't even have to roll an insight check this time. He's taken aback. He looks concerned. He looks genuinely kind of worried.
You have no idea who we are now, do you?
While this is going on, I'm going to step to the side and just see how other people in the crowd are reacting to this.
Okay. Corin, roll me an insight check. Are you still playing your viola?
Oh, yeah.
Roll me it with advantage.
That would be disadvantage. 21, Jesus.
There are a few people who are paying close attention. I mean, lots of people are watching this now, but there are a few people who are very much paying close attention to the actual dagger and cloak. There is the small gnome seems to be paying very close attention. You'll notice she's dressed now. You've seen her a bit. No, you've not really seen her much before, but she's a short gnome. She was wearing bright colours when you last saw her, Harlequin. She seems to be wearing mostly blacks now. Kind of an underbust corset with a few belts across her. Kind of, I can't remember what they're called. Do you know the Russian hats? One of the big fluffy Russian hats.
Oh, yeah.
And she's wearing
the tall ones.
The very furry ones.
Alright. Ushanka.
Ushanka, thank you. I knew it began with a U, but I couldn't remember it. She's wearing a Ushanka with like a red gem in the middle. She's got puffy kind of sleeves on a doublet that's kind of worn beneath this underbust corset. And she's got her arms crossed and is smiling almost happily as she's watching this. And you see she seems to know what is going on here. She seems to have absolute knowledge of what is happening. And so does the man with the red cloak and the woolen cap on his head.
In for a penny, in for a pound. While they're all looking confused, I am literally going to, again, is this group away from the rest of the crowd? Are most of the crowd behind and flanking us slightly?
So I'm going to do a thing. So if I draw the crowd on in red, I'm just going to do like a bit of a semicircle. So if you're standing approximately where you are, and the guys are standing approximately where their wagon is at the bottom there.
Yeah.
The crowd's kind of forming in a bit of a semicircle around here. That was an awful
so
drawing.
I can quite easily have my back, but see these guys.
Oh yeah.
In which case I am going to sigh, look down, kind of rub my face as if I'm tired, and then rub my hands back and through my hair, and I will once more don the disguise of Mr. Fox Traveler.
Oh shit.
You look concerned, dear boy.
Wait a minute.
This isn't playing out exactly as you thought, did it? Do you want a deception check?
Yes,
obviously?
please. Yes, please, mainly because you're putting on his voice as well as his appearance, so yeah, please.
Oh yeah, no, I am. And because of actor, I get advantage.
You do indeed get advantage on this. Okay.
I mean, I don't know, I don't entirely understand what you thought you were going to achieve with them.
Wait.
Perhaps you'd like to explain to the boys and girls what you had in mind?
I'm sorry, I'm really confused. Mr. Fox Traveler, what are you doing here?
No, I asked the first question, dear boy. What do you think you're doing here?
Maybe we should talk a little bit later when there's not so many people around. I wasn't expecting...
Oh, no. Let's have this conversation now, like adults.
But we're not supposed to talk in public. You know that.
Then perhaps you shouldn't have made such a spectacle of yourselves. You've spent the entire time staring at this gentleman, and I point at Kaliban, to the point where even they were able to see exactly what was going on. And frankly, you've made a farce of this entire matter. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Caliban, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Sorry, Corin, I'm just going to keep this music going in the background until you say you're not playing anymore.
Corin's just like, ambiance, motherfuckers. Deck saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh no!
Not...
Sorry, Harlequin, not you. It's Kaliban who has to make the deck saving throw.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, shit.
My apologies. Okay, Kaliban, as he's saying this, he's looking... This man... Aladdin is looking very... Oh, Alanon, sorry, not Aladon. Alanon is looking at what is now appears to be Mr. Fox Traveller, who you guys have brutally murdered, and is looking more and more concerned. I mean,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, we did.
Is looking more and more concerned, and then with the dagger in his hand, he suddenly turns and leaps towards you, bringing the dagger down. You raise a kind of gauntleted arm and knock the dagger out of his hand. Please respond appropriately.
Yeah, can he make a charisma saving throw?
By all means. And Caliban, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and grapple him. Get him in a chokehold.
Okay, so his charisma saving throw is a 3.
Right, okay.
Decent.
And roll me an athletics check,
Athletics,
please.
right, yeah.
It...
No, I need a 10.
He rolled an... Oh shit, he rolled an 11. So you try to grapple him, he manages to slip aside and then starts running. What did you do to him, Harlequin?
Banished him.
What the fuck?
Holy sh...
Okay.
Okay, so how it plays out, the whole crowd kind of gasps as he goes for Caliban. Caliban knocks the dagger aside, tries to grab him. He turns and runs, like literally towards the forest. He gets about 3 steps before he kind of turns to look at you, and then vanishes. And just as he does, Corin ends the song like abruptly.
I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. It appears this associate of mine has been a little bit untoward. He will be back shortly. I would request a little bit of privacy so that we can discuss his bad behaviour in private.
The fuck, mate?
He'll be back shortly. Follow me, and I'll wander over to where he disappeared from.
Where are his other 3 friends?
The other 4 of them are stood over, like, about here. They're standing just... Imagine if the cart is kind of where they're stood, basically, this cart. Because you'll have all moved the carts onto the side of the road. So imagine that cart's kind of where they are.
Okay, I'm just moving over to that side and making sure they can't get past us towards their other people.
You'll notice that...
moving towards where he disappeared.
Okay.
If you'd like to follow me, he'll be back shortly. He has a moment to think about his behaviour.
Sorry, are you aiming that towards his friends, basically?
Oh, okay.
Or are you talking to your partner? Are you talking to your party, or are you talking to
No, wherever he disappeared from,
okay,
that's where I'm headed.
That would be over here.
Oh, he went that way?
Yeah, he was heading towards the forest rather than towards the river.
My apologies. Gentlemen, ladies, if you'd like to join us, he'll be back shortly. And apologies for the theatrics, ladies and gentlemen. As I say, again, I'd like a moment of privacy.
The crowd kind of starts stepping back a little bit. You'll notice that the gnome is kind of just smiling wryly. She kind of does a slow kind of... and turns and walks away. Like a gentle little clap. Turns to walk away. There's a few people gasping at each other. The 2, what appear to be sibling elves are kind of sign language back and forth to each other. Rapid, quick sign language. And they're all kind of backing off a little bit. They all look a little bit nervous now. But yeah, Corin, you're over kind of near his associates. What are you up to?
Keeping an eye on them, looking at where they're going.
Okay. They are looking quite concerned.
Ladies.
Party, please move your places. Please move your people to where you're going. If you're following Harlequin, please do so. He has asked for you all to do so.
I will. Is it here that he disappeared from?
It was essentially like almost right there. Yeah.
Right. No. If we'd like to form a little bit of a circle around this place in front of me, he should be back shortly. I want him to have a welcoming party.
Okay.
So he disappeared before I could cast Hold Person, but I still technically have it prepared.
You do indeed.
He will be back shortly.
Yeah, literally. He's gonna when the banishment ends, Lily. Your Hold Person will be cast. So, is it a Wisdom saving throw?
I believe so. Let me check.
Okay.
Oh, you Belv, so.
Belv.
My bell.
Yeah, it's a meme. Do you know what? I'm gonna post it into the thing. Belv in Youssef. Where is the thing? It's fucking hilarious. So someone once upon a time did a bunch of like Tim Burton versions of Pokemon.
And yeah, it is wisdom.
Okay, so they did like Tim Burton versions of Pokemon, and for some reason, oh shit, that was a YouTube.
Whoa, now.
Ignore that one.
Whoa.
That's hell of a
Please
there.
ignore that link.
Oh.
Try that little one at the bottom. But yeah, Belv in Youssef, they took the Tim Burton Charmander, and it's really fucking weird, but it's funny.
Wow.
So that is a meme. So when you hear Belvin yourself, that's what they mean. So Kaliban, I believe he wants you to be at the bottom there. I think you're forming a circle around where the man disappeared.
Well, thank you, sir. And I'm hoping that there are you all right over there, Master Corin?
Yes, I'm just making sure the other three don't leave. You will be staying with us, won't you, sirs? And I'm going to look at them.
The other three hadn't really noticed you until like Harlequin shouted over. They turn to look at you, and they go, "Oh, why would we go anywhere? I mean, I don't know what exactly is going on here, of course, but this is very strange."
Yes.
And
Cheers,
are we all
bye.
prepared?
Aye,
And a 3,
definitely.
and a 2, and a 1, and I
Oh.
will end the spell.
Okay,
Holding an action that if any of these guys try to move, I'm going to attack them.
Okay, I feel like I need to get some tokens in now. So I'm just gonna throw in 3 like fucking random tokens. So I'll put one in here.
Please be more horses.
Put one in here.
Just if they're all horses and we can't tell the horses from the bad guys.
We'll just have to murder all the horses
Bink,
to be.
Oh, not my friends!
bink. There you go. All right, so the man blinks back into existence. Mia and Caliban, are you preparing anything? Just out of curiosity.
Mia, Caliban,
No, I don't
You
think so.
preparing anything?
I mean, I was going to prepare just to smash him in the face.
By all means.
Sure, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so first he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, God.
He makes a 17. Does that pass it, Lily?
Oh, bugger. Yes.
I thought it might. So the whole person does not take effect into him. He blinks back into existence, is preparing to make a move. Caliban is preparing to hit him. Mia, have you got anything prepared? Or are you just kind of shocked by this whole thing?
I'm kind of befuddled. I have no idea what's going on. I suppose. Well, I've got this wand of charm person, don't I?
Oh, the special wand of charm person.
Yeah.
Oh, I was almost expecting a fireball. Just panicking. Oh, fireball!
Yeah.
Sets the entire party on fire. Okay, so how I'm going to do this then is Caliban's going to make his attack. And you only get one attack with it.
Sure.
And then the charm person can go off after that.
I'd like to hold a reaction that if he moves away from me, because I'm a warcaster, I am going to use Booming Blade on him.
That's fair too. So essentially he's just kind of blinked back into existence. Lily, your spell has failed to try and hold person. Caliban, you have hit him in the face. Please roll me some damage. And depending on whether he's alive or not, Mia, you may well do a thing.
I might do
it's
a thing.
a punch. So
I mean, it is an honor. Oh,
wow.
Say that, you shit.
You do a D8 for punching.
No, I'm hitting him with my fucking Morning Star.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
think
punching
you're
someone. I don't punch anyone anymore.
That's for children. Okay.
Wow! He blinks back into existence, and Caliban just full on, like baseball bat swing at Morningstar to the side of his face. There is a crunch as his jaw kind of crumbles inward, knocks him for a loop. It almost slams him against you, Harlequin. But he's not down. He's just very fucked up. And Corin, you can see that the three that are here make a move towards their cart.
That's what you get when you mess with the warrior.
Oh my God.
So
Hypnotic pattern on them. They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Jesus, fuck. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that individually for these three. So, 1, 2, 3. How do they do, Corin?
Oh, none of them make it.
Oh
Hypnotic
shit!
pattern.
Oh, so they all
was
three just did their tripping out.
Yeah.
So they're all incapacitated.
So they all kind of make a move towards the car, and then suddenly you kind of... Corin waves his hand, and this kind of cube of dancing lights appears around them. This kind of manipulating, moving, swirling pattern of colour and energy. And they all just kind of stop dead, staring up at them. Really, really entranced. Just, this is probably the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. They're not moving for a while.
Continue. They'll be here for a while.
So
It's so pretty.
Mia and Harlequin, you both also have an action. Oh no, Harlequin, you're waiting to see if he moves before you booming
Mine
blade
is
him.
only if he moves away. Yeah.
Mia, what are you up to?
So, Alanon, we had yet to conclude our conversation when you so rudely made your move.
I'm not sure.
And Mia had
you
a
have
thing
to
to do
talk that
first.
well.
Ah, well, that's unfortunate.
Wait, what?
How many fingers, dear boy? I'm just gonna snap my fingers in front of his face. Is he remotely conscious, or...?
Oh, what, the guy in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he's been fucked. Like you've done some serious damage to his face, Caliban, but he's all right.
He still stood.
Yeah, Mia, what are you up to?
This really didn't go the way you had planned, did it, dear boy?
Or is Mia unable to speak, or like what's going on with Mia?
Yeah, it's Mia's turn right now.
Oh yeah, you were gonna use the charm wand, weren't you?
I was until Caliban smashed his face in.
He's still alive. He's still awake. Like he's still standing, even. But yeah.
But I suppose just I'll wait and see if he talks now that he's had his face smashed in. But if not, then I'll use charm.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So Caliban smashes him with the Morning Star. He crashes into Harlequin almost. Harlequin kind of almost rights him to make sure he doesn't fall over, but also isn't too close to him. And the man's just kind of holding the side of his face, blood dripping from his mouth, spitting out teeth onto the ground. What the fuck are you fucking done to me?
You asked for privacy. We're slightly more private over here.
What the fuck is going on? Why would you said? Where did the fuck did you send me? And then I came back and he hit me in the face. What's going on?
Collect your wits.
He's trying not to cry.
Yourself.
He's like desperately trying not to cry.
Bless him.
Oh.
Don't bless him. Oh, you didn't mean literally.
Blessings. Yeah, he's trying not to cry. He kind of tries to right himself. He kind of like he's trying to hide the fact that he was crying. Kind of wipes a few building tears out of his eyes. Stands up a bit straighter, still kind of clutching the side of his face. What is going on?
Yeah, that's a pretty good question, Poke.
What's the question?
What is going on?
What's going on?
I'm waiting for Alanon to explain himself.
What the fuck do you
Yeah,
want me to
privacy.
explain? I was told to keep a fucking eye on these people. Keep an eye out for anyone who is suspicious, and I must have mistaken him. Well, he looks just like this guy that was walking through the fucking camp outside the hatchery. Oh, we were told to keep an eye out for them.
The hatchery? Have you ever been to a hatchery, dear boy? And that's to Caliban.
Many times I watch many chickens be hatched. I have in my lifetime.
All right.
I mean, see, the man is clearly a farmer.
All right, so he's not the one I thought he was. That's fine. It didn't need all this dramatics. I was trying to keep. You've been told. She told you we've got to not say things in front of groups of people, and I didn't think you'd be leaving the inn.
Why did you think we wouldn't be leaving the inn?
Talking to me, young lady.
He's talking to Harlequin, who currently looks like Mr. Fox Traveller, who was the head of the naughty inn that you guys went to and killed everyone. So he thinks that's Fox Traveller.
Yes. Now, at this moment in time, I find myself on the road because of the circumstances and the behaviours of others. I am somewhat concerned that, considering the fact that you now claim that your role in all of this was merely to observe surreptitiously, the fact that these people who are not the ones that you seek, within the last few days, have noticed your eyes upon them on more than one occasion.
Okay, now we know that we weren't even. I wasn't even sure how much of the plan she let you in on.
Enough. But those delinquents clearly are not with this caravan, or either I or she may have noticed them. Perhaps they intend to waylay this group further on, perhaps at Waterdeep, perhaps beyond.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll reach into my pack and I will grab 20 gold. I will thrust it into his hand and go, get yourself checked out, get your men, get your wagon, and get yourself up the road to Waterdeep. Beyond this, find an inn, and wait further instructions. Because frankly, at the moment, we are going to have to try and rebuild a bit of trust here.
And what am I meant to do with the caravan? We can't be late with it.
What exactly are you carrying? I thought if you were here just to observe, what exactly have you brought with you?
He kind of pauses, stands upright, looks at you warily.
You've actually got one of the caravans with you. I thought you were just here on an observation mission.
No, we're all taking it up north. This is just we were all told to keep an eye out for them.
Yes, I know. However, other people have done so slightly more subtly than yourselves.
Yeah,
and
right.
have brought attention to the fact that you're carrying that with you. Leave the caravan. I will take. I will ensure that it gets to the correct place.
Make me
need to be gone.
Persuasion check,
made...
but do it with advantage.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah, do it with advantage.
I mean, I am dressed like a motherfucking pimp.
I said yes twice. Am I cutting out again?
No, I heard you. He's getting advantage.
You're getting yeah. I said roll it with advantage before you said it, and then when you asked for it, I said yeah, go for it.
I mean,
fuck
I've
me.
got a 26.
19 and a 26. Jesus,
I love
fuck.
you, Sean, but
he kind of.
Carriage. I will make sure it gets to its own place, and I will make sure that you get credit for that. After all, this other debacle clearly needs to be put aside, and that mission comes first.
Okay, all right, yeah, fine. He kind of
be off with you.
Is stretching his face a little bit. All right, we'll wait. We'll wait with it at the next inn. We'll ride on ahead. We'll ride through the night. We'll wait with it at the next inn, and when you pick it up, we'll head and recover.
Well, I said I would take control of the wagon.
Well, how are we planning on getting? How are you getting us? What do you want us to do? Walk from here? We're in the middle of the fields of the dead.
Horses. You have horses, correct?
Well, yeah, but they're attached to the wagon.
Well, these other folk have some other horses. Unattach yours, ride, and we will meet you in Waterdeep.
Oh, okay. So are you saying you're going to hook the party's horses up to this wagon?
I mean, yeah, considering the fact it's full of dope loot, hopefully.
Absolutely fine.
Oh, when all this is over, what I'll probably do is I'll summon my ball.
That's fair.
Fuck it.
Is anyone objecting to the fact that you're, does anyone have a problem with this plan? Is anyone saying anything? Is anyone reacting to all of this?
I'm not attaching my horse to that dirty wagon. Thank you very much.
You're over there playing.
Yeah. You're not part of this conversation.
Illusionary games with the other.
Unless you've come over.
You're doing the Darren Brown thing.
Is it a concentration spell? The hypnotic lights or pattern. In that case, you're concentrating on that. I'm afraid. because it's quite a powerful little spell. Anyone else? Mia, Lily,
How many
any problems?
horses are on the wagon? It's 4.
There's 6 horses attached to the wagon.
Actually, full-blown 6.
Any, like, I'm not really sure what he's trying to achieve, so I don't have anything to say, really. If
Okay.
he wants to have this done, then
He's literally saying, that these people are going to take their 6 horses, or I suppose they'll be taking 4 of the 6 horses.
Yeah,
They'll take their
2 horses behind.
They'll take 4 of the 6 horses.
And
They'll
we'll
ride
ensure the
off,
wagon gets-
and then you guys are going to attach your 4
I'm not
horses.
sure what he is trying to achieve by having the guy ride off without his courage.
Okay.
You could ask him.
I mean, yeah, there's
Alright.
nothing stopping you guys.
What exactly is the plan of you sending him away anyway?
Young lady, I said silence. We need to make sure that the carriage, the mission is to make sure the wagon gets to its desired location. Our associate here, and I'll point at the man as he still holds his jaw, has made a bit of a ruckus. I want him and the others to go, and we will make sure that the cargo that they are carrying is kept in safe hands.
Lily, make an
Hi.
intelligence check. Cool. So Lily, you are very aware of what it was that they were carrying in their carriages. They all took massive carriages full of gold, gems.
Is it gold? I thought it was
Jewels.
weapons.
No, this is
Oh
the...
shit!
This is literally
Wake up, people!
right,
I
guys.
thought it was like weapons and armor.
Let me remind you.
Interested in it.
Let me remind you, when they left the Dragon Hatchery in a hurry, there was that room that was massively full of treasure, and when you went back, it was empty. There were a few gold pieces and
Right.
stuff.
Of
They are.
course.
The letter that you found suggested that they are taking all of the stuff north, somewhere, but it's definitely going towards Waterdeep. And you've just found out that this carriage is one of those carriages. It is stocked to the brim of treasure. All the treasure that those kobolds were stealing from towns, all the treasure all of them were stealing from all of the towns nearby. So what he is trying to achieve is get these guys to fuck off, and you guys have suddenly got a cart full of gold that was supposed to be going north with these people. And 2 extra horses.
The beauty of it is, Harlequin doesn't even know that.
No, he doesn't. He has no idea.
He just thinks he's taking their... He just thinks it's clever to get their stuff just in case it's important. He hasn't paid it. He doesn't know what's in it. He just wants to have their stuff.
Does that help everyone? Know what's going on now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I
Um,
knew what was going on.
I have 0 objections.
I'm okay with this plan.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with this plan.
Lily, what's the thing? What's up?
It doesn't matter. I'm okay with this plan.
Okay. So, he seems to be fine with it. Corin, you've got 3 in dancing lights. They're just kind of staring at that. But yeah, the guy Alanon seems to go.
Good.
Climb up on one of the
Look
horses.
after yourself, look after the men, and we will make sure that this gets where it must.
Corin, you've currently got 3 trapped.
Well, when Alanon comes over, I'll just use the fact that they're charmed and tell them, remember us from now on as friends, and then I'll release a spell.
Give me a second, because I don't think hypnotic pattern actually charms them. I think it's charmed as in they
does.
can't move. I don't think it's charmed as in like charm person.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make you their friend.
No.
Straight
wait.
up says
no,
on
no,
a
no.
failure, the creature becomes charmed.
No, he's right. It's literally. Oh yeah, no, dude. It just says a charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities. The charmer has advantage on any ability check. So to interact socially, roll me a persuasion then, mate, and we'll do it with advantage.
Have you effectively turned into Hypnotoad?
Basically.
Yes.
So, yeah, roll me with advantage. Fuck me. All 3 of them get on horses, no problems. They kind of follow this plan. All 4 of them climb up. They disconnect 4 of the horses, mount up, and ride off into the sunset.
Right, with someone like, I will then change my face back to my normal one. So, what is on the wagon?
Alright.
Okay.
You're the one that had come near the wagon.
I just wanted to their wagon.
A shit ton of gold and jewels and stuff.
Ah, well. So, one...
Or there should be.
Or,
Perhaps we should look at...
We should definitely check it out.
We should
I
also
just
have a
simply thought
lookout.
if they had it, that we did not want them to have it. And now they don't.
Keep
We
in
do.
mind, when the other Dragonborn notice 4 of their allies riding off into the sunset, they're probably going to come back here and see what happened.
Well, yes, and then we shall see what happens next.
Indeed.
Aye.
I'm gonna head over to
Shall we
here and
continue?
keep watch.
Sure.
Indeed.
We have a wagon now.
Let's check out that wagon.
Yeah, we also have to look after some other guy's wagon though now, and we're also looking after another wagon. So technically, we've got 3 wagons in our care.
And there are 5 of us. It's almost like we could take on 2 more wagons.
Oh my god.
By the end of this travel, I believe this caravan will belong to us.
Mia, you and I are taking the freaking caravan of gold. Come on.
Wait, no, you did not like this plan 30 seconds ago, but now all of a sudden,
You ain't having the caravan of gold. And I
we do
don't
not even.
give a crap about the gold. I've never cared about the gold. I don't need the gold.
Well, no, neither do I. But now it is ours. I'm intrigued to at least see if we have gold. Do we have
Well,
gold?
you're welcome to look in it. I'm only going to be riding with it because I don't really feel like riding with booze or riding with dead creatures' car.
I mean, we don't have to ride with booze anymore. That was simply to find out a bit more and get a bit of a better view. Shall we take a look?
Aye.
By all means.
Would you like me to check for traps?
Yes, Caliban. You check for traps.
Excellent.
Okay, Corin, roll me a perception for that. And yeah, anyone who wants to investigate what's in the wagon, you can roll me an investigate check.
Sure. Sure. What is my investigate?
Hey.
Plus 4. That's not DSD 20 Lingus. God damn it!
So Corin got a 5, Caliban got a 9. I'll tell you guys what you find in a second. Anyone else want to investigate the cart, or are you okay? Or Caliban, or Corin,
Who's
sorry.
that?
Corin, was that your perception?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, it was pathetic.
so Corin's perception was shit. And I said, anyone who wants to investigate the cart to see what's in it, feel free to roll me an investigation check.
No, by all means. I have lumbered us with this cart. I may as well have a look to see what's in it. Apparently, I do not give a shit what's in the cart.
Okay, is Lily, are you looking in the cart, or is that okay?
I am not looking in the car. I am just sitting on the driver's seat, ready to go.
Okay, so you've got...
Why we've got another fucking cart.
Yeah, we've yeah, so we've essentially got now. Let me just boink.
I'm not taking 2.
Boink.
Look, I'm literally opening the bag
Boink.
and going, is there gold?
So now essentially what you've got is you've attached your 4 horses to the front. The 2 horses closest to where you're sitting now, Lily, are brand new horses you've never talked to, not part of your party or anything. And Harlequin, as you look in, you find, you know, a few bags of supplies. And Caliban, what you find is some weapons. There are some short swords, there are some daggers, there's a few long bows, or in different bags. But Mia, you crack open the top of a small crate, and it is just chock full of like jewels and gold pieces and golden plates and silverware. It's a weird mishmash. Some things look extraordinarily expensive. There's some beautiful kind of golden statues and stuff in there, but some things look like it was just, oh, this is shiny, let's take that just in case. There's like forks and candelabras and things that might be brass, might be gold. It's hard to tell in this light. But
I wonder now if this is a good time to talk about my pay.
I believe I owe you 4 gold.
So yeah, so currently Mia's the only one who knows that there's a bunch of money. Everyone else, you've just found little things.
Fair.
And Corin's
Alright,
on
Mia
the
wrong.
lookout at the moment. So yeah, currently Mia, you're looking at this. You're basically like, well, I'm the leader of this group, and I'm now a billionaire, so.
I know what I want. Sucks to be you.
Are you guys done having a nosy?
Yes, I will go and look back at our original wagon. Are we off? Hang on, what time of day is it? I have completely forgotten if this was night. Is this morning?
We're camping now.
It's night time. You're about to go to sleep.
Well, it's been a good night's work.
And considering these were supposed to be days that I was just skipping past, that was very interesting. So yeah, we finish on the night of day 10. We will be picking up next Tuesday with the morning of day 11 on this.
Oh, how many? This is like 2 months, right?
40 days.
Oh, right, okay. Jeez,
Don't worry,
I am looking at the chat in Twitch going, wow, that's not how this was supposed to go.
Oh, no. Right, so I'll tell you, I'm happy to tell you guys the way I'd planned this out. So essentially, I figured some of the cultists will notice at least one of you. So whoever got the lowest charisma was who I was going to say they recognised. And although I think 3 of you all rolled a 9, but Kaliban had the lowest modifier, so they noticed Kaliban. And, you know, to be fair, he's not fucking subtle. So, yeah.
He's not ginger.
No, I mean, no, but... I mean,
oh, you are ginger now,
he is.
I'm a massive ginger Mohican.
Yeah.
He's gone full whatever.
So you're all slightly... I mean, don't get me wrong, you are all slightly disguised, but he was... These guys are specifically looking out for very specific people. And Kaliban has changed a fair bit, but he recognised Kaliban. That's why he didn't recognise the rest of you. But, yeah, it was essentially... I mean, Kaliban is also very... loud and has a very specific accent and etc. So I'm kind of glad Kaliban rolled the lowest because actually it's the easiest to explain. Oh. But whereas, you know, like Mia looks like a human now and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so my plan was this was going to be a few days of like them and you kind of like eyeing each other up, and then they were going to try and slit your throats while you slept. So if you hadn't dealt with them already, obviously. So you guys, yeah, you fucking dealt with them pretty quick, so
and we didn't have to kill anyone.
It's true. No one.
I mean, I could.
No one died
if you wanted to. I didn't.
And we nearly didn't have to kill anyone.
We did
but we got a
basin, so.
But we got a caravan of gold, so this is good.
And now you've literally got a caravan of gold.
Money. Let's.
But only Mia knows that.
I find it interesting that Mia's keeping that to herself.
Like I said, Mia run. Yeah.
Mia run.
I mean.
Indeed. No, I mean.
Work, to be honest.
Well, when we're all around the campfire, just drinking and stuff, I will let you guys know what I found in the car. Quietly. And just not broadcast it to the world.
And I will let you guys know this is a dumb idea.
We'll agree.
I will also agree, because I didn't know what was in the wagon.
Oh boy.
Because none of you have told me what we're here.
It's true. So, yeah. You've now got a caravan of gold that is supposed to be going somewhere. You're not quite sure where it's supposed to be going. You also are... You also...
We're
you know...
taking a caravan north with no destination.
You know you're going to Waterdeep. Beyond that, you're not quite sure. You're also aware that there is more than one group of cultists in this caravan.
And we know of them, right? Or we know of a couple of caravans that are definitely cultists.
You know that there are a few that are definitely cultists. You are very aware that the one that I've coloured in purple is the very fancy one that you kind of figured out was supposed to be for Resnir, because it's quite hidden. It's got like big curtains and stuff. Yeah. And obviously a black-scaled dragonborn stands out a bit. But yeah, so you kind of made these guys ride off. It may have been noticed, may have not. You're going to have to wait and see what happens. That's very interesting, though. This is fucking nowhere near what I was expecting, and I kind of love it.
I'm gonna die.
Probably quite a bit of this in the end, but at the moment, no.
It's no, honestly, it's incredibly.
I wish I wasn't the only one on the opposite side playing with my hypnotic patterns.
It's okay.
All the boys say.
But yes, so that's where we're going to end for the evening. So we'll pick up next week on the morning of the 11th day. We'll have a lot more that I'm just going to literally skip through and give you a quick read of what we're doing. In fact, I don't think...
no offense, you expect it.
Well, I mean, someone did a thing that fucked with a lot of stuff, so that I wasn't expecting. I'm still not entirely sure why that person did that thing to that cart, but it was interesting for sure.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Don't worry, I can't say anything. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the future. It was quite fun. As for everyone at home, I'm going to be signing out now. I'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to be playing God of War, so I get to have Kratos shouting "boy" at a small child repeatedly and and attacking people with axes. So it's pretty awesome. And then Thursday is horror games. I'm going to be finishing off Layers of Fear, which was a fucking dark, twisted game, and I really like it. And then after I finish that, I'll be going on to Vampire, which is more of an action game, but vampires.
Yeah, have you played it at all yet?
Not yet. No. That's.
Oh, so good.
Oh, is it really good? Oh, good. I'm fucking
It's
excited.
really good. Yeah, it's really, really, really good.
Yes. Okay, so that's moth in my face. Sorry, I suddenly got attacked. Oh no, it's one of those daddy long legs flies. Oh, I hate those fucking things. Anyway, so yeah, we'll pick up next week. With this game, I'll be back tomorrow with God of War. I love all your faces. I love you, Team Creative Condiments, you crazy bastards.
Oh man.
Seriously though, come up with a new team name. Do it IC. Come up with some ideas, OC, if you want, on the group. Discuss it if you want to, whatever. But then we'll do it IC. We'll come up with a name IC as well. So once you've got the name, we can come up with it in game.
I mean, I'm happy to take suggestions from the crowd.
Also, yeah, anyone in the audience who is on the Discord, feel free to jump into to the tabletop chat and suggest names for this group, because Team Trouser Snake, fuck you, Coop.
No.
God damn it.
No, Coop, no.
Also remember that whatever name... Fuck off. Fucking dead long legs. Whatever name you come up with is going to be going on the...
Dupe Troop.
Oh, they can't be the Dupe Troop. That's
been there a while.
That has been... I like the Dupe Troop, though. Team Totally Not 5 Malrons. I kind of like that, too.
I'll have you know, I'm a fucking sweetheart.
I'm gonna close down all these fucking notes. I've got notes on so many fucking things now. Like, detailed notes on every character, detailed notes on certain things, detailed notes on what happens each day. This is great, because I've been able to go, fuck you, but I'm doing my own thing. So, yeah. Oh, Scale Hunters. That's kind of a badass
actually a
name.
serious suggestion.
Yeah, Scale Hunters is great.
No, what?
Because they're hunting dragons. That's
Thank
fucking...
you for bringing up the tone of the conversation
So,
there, Duke Redforest.
Duke Redforest, I know you're aware of this campaign as well, so that's really cool. So thank you, that was a decent name. But yeah, we'll discuss it in the Discord, guys, and if anyone wants the Discord, please feel free to whisper Doodles, or Becca, or... No, not Becca, Becca's not here tonight, or Raddy if he's still here. But I know Doodles is definitely still here. We're going to head off. Love your face. Team Bad European accent. We are...
That was a shot at everyone except for me and Mia.
I mean, yeah, rough Cockney, rough. I'm Italian or Spanish? Are you going? Is it Italian or Spanish?
At least one of us has a reason to have a terrible accent.
Yeah, because you're IC faking it as well. So I mean,
IC fake.
Maybe some of the others are too. We'll find out. But anyway, I really need to go because I'm stretching this out far too long for a goodbye. I am, however, going to do a raid over to a friend of mine, Neko Mimi Kira. She's lovely. She's playing Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a game I really want to play. I've got it. I've bought it. Yeah, I've bought it. I just haven't. My schedule's so fucking packed. I haven't had a chance to touch it yet. But I'm really
definitely play that one before you play Zelda Breath of the Wild because it will break you.
Oh, why?
Zelda Breath of the Wild is just a better version of it.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, I have actually heard that, so that's fair. But yeah, I'm going to head off for the night. This is bye from me and from Team Creative Condiments, who will hopefully have a new name next week. Love you guys. Bye.
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 Bye. Love you. Bye.
This is Clockwork
Love
SJ
you, bye.
signing out for the evening.